All right, guys, what's up? Just got in. Yeah, got my damn phone. Okay.
Yep, keep the cameras the right way. Yep.
Hey, girl, what you up to, man? I'll let you in. Here's a thing if you want to come in. There you go. Come on in, people. Whoever's here, you can talk. You're more than welcome to. Come on in. There we go. There's the salty. What's
What's
up, salty?
so I'm playing chess with life, and I gotta say that I'm not surprised the way things have shaken out of the tree, so to speak.
Right.
Excuse me, especially in regards to other people's live streams.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden the unnamed widow is getting death threats, and guess who's going to get blamed for it?
Oh,
Guess
oh,
narrative. Guess whose
hold on.
narrative is going to be rewritten?
Well, here's the deal. I'm getting numbers that are blocked, but she knows they're out of state numbers. I want to know how you know this when the numbers were blocked to begin with.
Again,
Just saying. I'm
again, again, when people are perpetrating lies about someone,
Mhm.
it doesn't seem like they go ahead and do their homework to say, oh, well, this guy has 2 sealed cases, but we know he's been raping underage Down syndrome girls, da 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 da. Okay, well, I find problem with that. One, and this is an old topic, but it keeps being brought up. If my case files were in fact real and they did exist, how the hell would you open them up if they were sealed?
That's what I want to know.
Okay, that's number one. Number two, just like I said in private about the patterns of behavior, you and other people now are starting to see those patterns of behavior.
Mhm.
I told you I'm playing chess, okay? Everything I do is calculated. There's risk involved, but it's calculated, and I'm not stupid. And if I'm not stupid, that means most of the people who follow me aren't stupid as well. It doesn't take much to see the veiled lies and the scenarios being put together in other people's heads to try and discredit me, come after me, and make me look even worse than I already look. I waited 9 days until I came out and I spoke. Why? It was a calculation on my part. If in fact this is a grieving widow, which I do not believe it is, and I'll tell you why. Let me run the scenarios to you. There is absolutely no emotion in the lady's voice when she comes on a live stream.
Oh, okay. I know who that is. What's up?
Metalhead.
No, that's Northern Trail Dog.
Oh, Northern Trail Dog. Welcome, Northern Trail Dog.
Hey,
so the scenarios don't fit in my mind because she's not showing any emotion and she's always on a live stream. And now all of a sudden new players are introduced with 1 or 2 subscribers.
Right.
And of course, all the people that have always had it in for me still have it in for me, but now with a vengeance.
Right.
Okay. And so one, you're not acting like a grieving widow. Two, everything you've said and done doesn't add up. Three, you can't take the word of Langley Lang or Michigan Mister or others because we know that they're proven liars and they spin bullcrap, and they're still trying to change my narrative. 3 or 4, nothing about this makes sense. And then 5, now you have new players, just like I pretty much said.
Right.
So I'll let you continue on. I'll mute my mic.
You pretty much said it all, Salty. I'm just here to say, you know, I mean, the people sit there talking shit. Oh, we don't talk behind people's back, but yet they're talking behind people's backs. They're talking shit out their ass. As I said about Langley Lang, I apologize to the community saying I farted, and she called out the mist, and she's been talking this shit ever since that she came from. So there you have it. There, I mean, and Michigan Mister ain't no better. I mean, and neither is any of those crew over there. And if anybody's got a problem with me saying that, come tell me.
Well,
But
you know,
I tell you now.
I do want to give a
now.
shout out.
Yeah.
Beaver did exactly what he said he would do. He said he would go on his channel and take down all the negative videos about me on the Leave It to Beaver channel. And believe it or not, he actually is a man of his word. So I am very happy that he said and did what he said he was going to do. So I got to give Beaver a nice round of congratulated applause.
Yes, me too.
Oh, that was cool.
That's being a man. Again, that's being a man, you know. But if anybody's got a problem with me talking about Michigan Mister, Langley Lang, Rise of Media, Flow Rider, all that, you let them fucks try to write a narrative about your life and not have a problem with them pieces of shit. And if you could do that, you're a better person than me. I'll give you that. Because I don't put up with it. That's all there is to it. And I will. And my deal is, all you got to do, go to Dixie County Sheriff's Department and Dixie County court records, and you'll see the lies that they tried to say about me. Just on two things. One was the generator, and the other was the freaking me skipping bail. You can go look this shit up, people. Look it up. It's a matter of public record that they're fucking full of shit and lies. Okay. That's all you need to know. It's a matter of public record with me. So if you're going to lie about me, knowing there's public fucking records out there, what the fuck are they going to do to people that, like Salty, that they can't even prove their public records? You see what I'm saying? I'm talking Eminem and them can't prove their public records. Salty can prove his public records. They can't, and they won't. They can't, and they can, but they won't with me. Okay, so you see, that just goes to show you the bullshit that these people try to pass off on people. And Salty's been dealing with it for a year and a half now. I've been dealing with it for almost as long. So.
You know, and I do like the fact that when she says, "Well, I don't normally answer the blocked number, but I did this time."
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Really? Like that number has changed so many times. I don't even know what it is. And like I said in my earlier video from this morning, if you really believe I'm responsible, contact your local FBI and your local police departments, your municipality police departments, make a report, have it faxed over to my local PD, and have the cops come out and have a word with me. I don't have a problem talking to the cops or the FBI or anyone else because I have volumes of screenshots, text messages, direct messages from Discord alone to prove what I'm saying is true and correct. And I have the last known conversation with the allegedly deceased now from a DM when I was in Odin's first server, the one that got shut down. I have no problem providing that to law enforcement if they want to go through it. I have no problem opening up my computer, my phone, and all my electronic devices. I got no problem with it. But obviously they're going to look at me and say, really, Lou, are you serious? You can't kill someone with words. And if I could, I'd be playing Powerball right now, getting millions of dollars. So that's all I'm going to add to it. I'm not going to keep going on and on about it, but as the weeks and days progress, the narrative will change about me very soon. It's already starting to turn. And you know what? I'm just going to laugh it off because this is just another feeble attempt by Michigan Mr. and crew to go ahead and dirty me up for whatever reason. Obviously, they don't like me. And I guarantee you, if this is ever found out to be fake and this person is not deceased, which I honestly don't believe, then you know what? They're going to get skewered by the community, and I'm going to have nothing to do with it. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to watch the train wreck because it's going to be a train wreck, no doubt.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. They're going to screw up. So how you been, Trail Dog, man? There?
It's about 16 below out here.
Did you? Oh, that's all? That's all it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
16 fucking below. Fuck.
Well, they said it was going to be 20, but I haven't seen 20 yet, so.
Right. Y'all have had some pretty good snows up there too, ain't you?
Oh, I just got done plowing a while ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yep. I knew you had some bad snows going on up there, man. I was watching news. We ain't had shit but rain here. Pretty much. We've had a little bit of snow here and there, but nothing to talk
I don't
about.
want no more rain. It's been raining all summer.
Yeah, that's what you said. It was raining all summer. But you just think about how much rain you would have had if it wasn't snow up there.
Oh, don't say that.
I think 1 inch
side by side's got good tires.
I think 1 inch of snow, they said, is like 2 inches or 3 inches of rain or some shit.
No, it'd be less than that.
I can't remember what it said. I remember looking that up the other day. I forgot now.
Hey, at least you're gonna have a white Christmas, right? That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know that because now Friday they're saying it's gonna be 38 to maybe up about mid 40s. So
yep. They'll melt it down, honey.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you're part of one of the cartels in Mexico, you're always going to have a white Christmas.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yep. Snow with a little bit of blow.
You know, can't go wrong with snow and blow, baby.
Yeah, check this out. On the news, they turned around and said that Walmart's taking their Santa Claus sweaters off the shelves because they had cocaine stripes on them.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, HPR, what's up, man?
I was trying to figure out what the heck that was about.
What the hell's a cocaine stripe? Are they actually finding real cocaine on them or something?
That's crazy.
Hey, Roadhog. Roadhog said cocaine makes him sleep.
Hey, Roadhog.
I don't know what cocaine does to me. I've never had it.
Oh, man, when you mix it with a cable of speed, it's scrumptious. A speed ball does body good, baby. I know. That's why it's so funny, because all those pathways in my mind connected when I did all those drugs years ago. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a funny salty rant. You'd have a boring salty rant. What can I tell you?
HBR says, yep, true story, was in Canada Walmart online store. So they were selling shirts that actually had cocaine lines on them. That's the case. That'd be I bet you whoever bought those was a happy motherfucker before they got them off the thing.
Well, I'm fixing to go work graveyard to graveyard. Woohoo! All right.
Ooh, yay. Graveyard in a graveyard.
Dying to get in, baby. Plenty of people dying to get in. You know, the winter months in the cemetery are the busiest because that's when the sick, the infirm, the old, and the very young seem to pass away. I don't know why. It's the life cycle of the cemetery. I've been there so long that, you know. Now, you know, here's another thing I hadn't touched on. And you know, Wymito brought this up in a private message earlier. He goes, Lou, he goes, you've been working in the cemetery for years. And I have, literally years, almost a decade. Not quite. I'm a few years shy. I've seen people at their worst when loved ones passed, okay? So I think I'm a pretty good judge of people's emotions when someone passes away because I see it day in and day out.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen rich people, poor people, moderate people, good people, bad people, people of all nationalities, races, creeds, and colors when they've lost a family member or a loved one, a friend, a brother, a sister, a son, a daughter, aunt, uncle, mother, father, grandparents, great uncles, okay? Great grandparents, newborn toddlers, infants, if you will, little kids. I'm a pretty good judge of character, and everything I'm seeing as of late with, and I'm going to say the unnamed widow, it doesn't track. Yet, what does track is even though the so-called husband is deceased, I'm still getting the shit end of the stick. I have hillbillies in Florida and child molesters in California calling me out by name, saying, it's my fault because of all the arguing and bullshit. I have the unnamed widow saying, oh, well, he died, you got your wish. Well, even though you're not directly coming out and saying it's my fault, you are coming out and saying it's my fault, and you blame me. And I'm like, how can someone say that to another person, even if it is out of anger? You know, you would think they would be like, well, I probably shouldn't say that. I was just angry. And they keep going on and on and on about it. I'm not going to keep droning on about it. I said what I had to say in my 2-hour-long live stream. I said what I had to say in my video this morning. But, you know, I want people in general who are watching this for the first time, or some people who don't know what's going on, or even people who think they know what's going on. I want them to watch this and see the pattern of behavior that I'm referring to, because this isn't right. Grieving people, truly grieving people, do not act this way. Yes, some of them have emotionless responses and they bury it deep down, but most grieving people will not be on the internet. They will not be stalking another person's live stream or another person. They will not be making a fool of themselves and imploring their so-called friends for help. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't like me on the internet. I get that. I'm outspoken. I do what I do. Yes. And basically,
Mr. Salty, I hear you in the background.
you're not on video. You're just being, you know, recorded
Just
voice.
I just heard her voice.
Oh, my wife's got a pussy in her arms. Uh-oh, I better go pet it.
Go pet the pussy.
Hi, Bella.
I'm not happy, so be quick.
Hi. Okay.
She's done.
She's not, I didn't put her on stream, though.
Oh,
No,
The camera's on the salty rant
okay.
icon.
I just saw the video and I immediately stepped away and realized that. So.
Yeah. So basically,
you
if
ain't on. Okay.
if anyone would have any knowledge about death, I think I'm a pretty good candidate for that.
Yep.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I agree with you.
And that's my icon right there.
Oh, okay.
So nobody can see your titties flopping out.
Nope.
Your gorilla titties.
Damn it,
Better than
man.
that, Rick?
Hey,
I'm jelly.
trust
I'm
me, your
jelly.
titties are way better than mine.
I'm jelly.
He's what?
I said I'm jelly.
You're not, don't be jelly. You got Jen, remember? And you've been tying up Dan and putting him under the trailer at night.
That's right.
I'm jelly of you.
That shit cracked me up when I read that. Oh, God dang.
Jen is a full-fledged woman there, man. I mean, hey, hubba hubba. Sorry, Dan. If you're listening.
Dan's asleep in the other room. I'm in my room. Oh,
come
damn, I forgot. He's tied up under the trailer.
Ooh, these look nice. Put some nice. So, we're all getting ready for Christmas and the holiday cheer and all that shit. Of course, I got to work Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Oh, I'd rather be home, but,
Yep.
At least I got Thanksgiving off, right?
Yeah. At least you got that.
I get that off every year, no matter what. Maybe next year I'll get it all off. But my point being is, when you look at the totalitarian of everything going on in life, especially with all this YouTube crap right now, all it is a distraction from the real issue. Let me mute. I got to start up my car.
All right. Well, what it is a roadhog, I'll tell you. There's some people that are going around blaming Salty for the death of a person that was once on the internet. Their story has changed on this person's death. 2 different times. He's died 2 different days, 2 separate days. Things like that. And they continue to sit there and rewrite how they're going to lie about this. Okay. So far they're getting phone calls from blocked numbers, but yet they know they're out of state numbers. I'm trying to figure that one out. If they're blocked, how do you even know where the number's coming from? I'm just lost on that. Because if they're blocked, you don't have the number, so you don't have an area code, so you don't know. Yeah, basically, it's a drama thing. It's just Salty wanted to clear his name on some bullshit that was said about him and get it done. And out of the way. Once he's done talking about this, it's done.
Yeah, Tammy knows me. I mean, just telling you guys that I may be a lot of things. I might be, whatever you want me to be, so you can get off and get to sleep at night. And really, I don't care, honestly. Before I learned to play chess, I used to let little shit like this bother me, even the stuff in Discord. Now, I let it roll off my left nut like a sweat ring, I don't care.
That's because you're the asshole that begs to help people, Roadhog. I've heard that. I'm like, really? You're calling a person that helps people by asking other people to help them an asshole? How does that fit?
I do want to say thank you to Roadhog for everything he did to help you get up to where you're at, Tammy.
Roadhog.
People like him and Peachy Rider and others, I know it doesn't mean much coming from me because I'm the Salty Rant. People usually don't want my stink associated with any of their good deeds. But, for me, I'm saying thank you because I appreciate the help and support in your community to help out someone like Tammy. So thank you.
Well,
I hope it means something to you.
I appreciate everybody that helped me. Roadhog, Jen, Peachy, you, Salty, because you helped me too. I mean, if it weren't for that tent, that I wouldn't have had a place to stay as I was riding my bike up the road. You know, shit like that. You know, so I mean, so there was a lot of people that helped me get up here, and I appreciate Roadhog and him taking the time to get that down there and throw that out there to get me some help to get my ass up here. I appreciate all the people that got it, that put in the money to help me get up there. Peachy Riders, she got me a ticket from Valdosta, Georgia to Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, all this shit, you know, y'all been a great help, and I appreciate it.
You know, and that's the community coming together. That's what true help is all about.
Right.
I wish I could have done more, but you know.
Hey, that tent was invaluable to me, Salty. Like I said, I went 375 miles in 6 days. So that and 5 nights. Okay. 5 nights I needed a place to stay. So I had a place to stay every freaking night, out of the mosquitoes, out of the weather, out of whatever, because that tent you sent me. So, and by the way, I still got it.
I mean, you know, like I said, I mean, I'm glad I was able to do something. I mean, you know, but see, that's what true friendship's all about. Like if, you know, Wyomito needed help, or, you know, the other guy that we won't mention in Alaska.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'd fucking do whatever I could.
I agree.
And it's not because I want anything in return. It's the right thing to do. I got a lot to be thankful for.
Right. I don't have a problem with that guy up in Alaska. I just can't remember his fucking name half the time.
I know. He keeps changing his fucking name. No, we won't say his name because we don't want to out him.
But I don't have a problem with him. He should be pretty cool guy. He does some crazy things. That's all. I wish he was more careful when he audited. That's all.
Guy coming over the house and looking at all my shit. You want to see all my porn? Cool. Dig into it. Just try to keep my keyboard clean. I don't want it all sticky when I get my computer back.
But yeah, that's all that was with Salty. It was a bunch of drama and a bunch of bullshit. Just no, you're an asshole, E-Beggar, Roadhog. That's the thing I've seen people type about you. And I'm like, how do you call a person an asshole that's trying to help people? That's like a contradiction in terms, you know. I mean, it's mind blowing to me. I'm like, how do you call a person an asshole that's going out of their way to help people and take their time to help people any way he can?
Because if people don't like you, they're gonna say that about the people helping you to get even with you. It's just a trolling technique, is what it is, basically.
Yeah, it just mind blows me. You know, someone that goes out of well, he ain't just helped me. He's helped what? I know of 40 or 50 different people since I've known Roadhog. I mean,
yeah.
So it ain't just me, and he don't care who he's helping. He's not the type to judge on a person. He's the type to get something done to help the person if they need help.
That's exactly it. But a lot of people out there who don't like a certain person being helped will always find a way to destroy the good and positive stuff going on.
You're right.
That's what it is. That's what it's all about. They want to destroy you, and your narrative is going to change. Let me mute because I'm at the gas station.
All right. You only have one issue with one person, a troll, James Jacobson 2.0. I don't know that one offhand, tell you the truth.
That was where Rick Rude was
Oh.
calling James.
Rick Rude was what now?
Rick Rude was calling James Jacobson
What?
during a
lost
live stream, and then he was calling Kim and saying, "You're coming with me, baby girl." Da 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 da. I'm in your backyard, and they got him all fucked up.
Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. You're just a goat farmer. Yep. Uh, there you go. You're back, Trail Dog.
Yep, yep. I lost you a couple times there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get back here in the woods, I lose reception.
Right. I'm sure having the snow on the ground reflecting all that shit around and things like that ain't helping much either.
Well, I'm in the back right now.
Along with
Towards the
that.
back of the woods.
Yeah.
So once I get up over the hill here, then I'll be a lot better.
Oh, okay. You sound pretty good right now. Actually,
Oh.
that's the best you sound all night. You sounded all night.
Yeah, well, see, he was jamming me earlier, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's an idiot up there by your house.
Yeah. Oh, I have to make one.
Roadhog's just a goat farmer.
Just goat farmer.
Yeah. And he's
Should be called-
just keep cute. Roadhog, just keep QT away from your goats.
Should be Road Zoo.
Huh?
Should be Road Zoo.
Phoenix Rising Media, what's up? You want to be a troll, huh?
Who's that?
Right. Phoenix Rising Media, he's a good guy.
Oh, okay.
He's a real good guy.
I can't see chat, so.
Oh, okay. Hey, I get to
Heck,
see the
show me
radar. It's
squat.
snowing. Oh, hell, it's snowing here, according to the radar.
I can
Yeah,
see
we got
stars.
snow.
I'm not that place coming down. That's weird. Or is this coming
What?
off the tree? It's gotta be.
Oh, yeah. I need to quit saying you're a good guy. I know that, Phoenix. I'm ruining your bad reputation, man. Oh yeah, we're gonna have snow starting at 12:23 here in about another 10 minutes or so, and it'll be snowing for the next half hour to an hour, off and on, according to this. Also, which that means it won't be much.
Who is me Sasquatch?
Who is what?
Me
You
Sasquatch.
face
Never heard it.
Sasquatch. Who's Sasquatch?
Me Sasquatch.
Dude, you're breaking up real bad, man. You're breaking up.
Okay, just wait until I get over the.
Okay. Ice cold on it. Hello. I'm doing pretty good tonight. Probably gonna be a short stream tonight, but I'm a little tired getting that time of night. Now it's already 12:14. Waiting on a Pokemon to show up on my Pokemon Go. And yes, I play Pokemon Go. I love it. A lot of people think I'm goofy because I like this game, but I like it. That's my newest guy right there. If you can't really see it, that's a Gordon. There it is. Try to get that white glare off the screen. That's my Gordon. That's my newest big Pokemon right there. I like him. I just got him today. I got a Rhyperior and a Blazikins that are pretty high. Honchkrow and a Rhydon. And a Gengar. My Gengar is freaking awesome. I love my Gengar. See. There you go, Phoenix.
Okay.
A little bit.
You know,
So
I was
he-
playing Pokemon, and I don't have nothing around here. But when I got up to his post office, all of a sudden he was supposed to be inside the post office.
Yeah, a lot of them are in the post offices and malls and things like that.
But I don't have one on my property.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Big time. Yeah, I got almost 3,000 plus CP Rhyperior Phoenix. Here's my Rhyperior. And then I made him go away because I hit the damn screen. There he is. He's back. Let's see. There's my Rhyperior.
Yep, sorry about that. I'm gassing up and filling up my cooler and shit.
Oh, okay, cool. No problem,
Gotta
man.
get my necessary supplies so I can work graveyard in the graveyard. Woohoo!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You always gotta get them supplies for that.
And you know, not to be morbid and an asshole, but was it a burial cemetery type of event, or was it a cremation? Because, you know, if there is an actual grave, maybe I'd like to go ahead and, you know, pay my respects.
Yep.
But you know what they're going to say? No, Lou, no, you can't pee and poop on the grave. No, Lou.
Oh shit.
So, Lou, are you just at a gate there, or you got to go around with a key box?
Sorry. Just had to get that out.
Lou, when you go working, you have to key in at the gate, or you go walk around with a key box?
I got a company cell phone that tracks my
okay.
movement. It's called TikTok.
Yeah, see, when I was supposed to work graveyard, I was supposed to have a key box on me, and when I first come into the gate, I take a key there, and
Right.
then over by the what they call those things where those concrete bunkers they got there.
It's like a little keypad, like sticking out of the ground where you put the key over, like it has a battery on it. It's the old DTEX system.
Yeah.
That's outdated. We got a phone. We got a car. It's labeled GPS. And it tracks my movements all over the property. every hour I got to write a report, and I'm able to take up to 2 pictures, and then I got to turn the phone sideways and sign it with my signature, like my finger running across the screen.
Oh, okay.
It's real weird, and I know you're having a hard time hearing me because I put in a fat dip. You know, I
No.
like my tobacco. It's probably going to end up killing me. And someday I'm going to have no lower jaw. I'm going to wear a burqa. And you're going to see me doing a live stream. I won't have to worry about wearing my false teeth and shit. I'll just have a big gaping hole.
Mhm. There you go. And one of these days, they're going to take my throat out and say my lungs are full of black lung and everything else, and I'm going to die. It's my
Whatever,
own
dude.
fault, though.
You know, my greatest fear is I'll never get a chance to die between a beautiful woman's legs. A beautiful woman other than my wife.
There you go.
I've been down on my wife so many times, it's almost like going down on my sister. But I don't want to say anything about sister fucking because if DDT's watching, he's probably stroking right now. Oh, Lou, come on, buddy. Talk about sister fucking, I'm close. Oh, Lou, oh! Take it, sister. Anyway.
DDT's over at Peachy Riders.
I deal with Peachy Riders too. That's a sexy looking woman.
I think she's still on. I don't know. I was over there for a while.
Hey, Rob P. What's up, man? Where did I put my...
But, you know, all joking aside, you know, I have a good time entertaining people. That's what I do, man. I'm an entertainer at this point. I'm not an auditor. I'm not an anti-auditor. I'm not really a part of any Discord. I mean, I go to Discord, but I'm not really hanging out in Discord anymore. I'm just the guy that likes to do videos and entertain people, make them laugh, you know?
Yep.
Because laughing is the key to success in life. Laughter is the key to longevity. You got problems in your life, and I come along with my smart-ass comments, and you get my humor, and you can laugh, you're a better person than most.
All right, Lang. If you want to talk, let's see you talk on the panel. You're more than welcome. Keep it respectful, or you'll be gone. And Lou was respectful with Beaver, and Beaver was respectful with him. And you know how well they get along sometimes. So it can be done. So come on the stream. You're more than welcome to talk, and we'll be respectful to you as long as you're respectful right back, and we can maybe get some differences talked out.
And you know, I used to get along like anal grease and anal lube. It just doesn't mix.
So I'll be right back. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic in case she comes in.
All right. See, you ain't blocked here, Langley. You ain't blocked. Neither is Eminem. Neither is any of that crew. You want to talk? You got a platform you can talk on. You don't have to type. You just thought you were blocked here. Told you ain't blocked. How'd you get timed out by you, Bandit? Who timed you out? Well, like I said, I want to be respectful, Langley. So I won't dignify that with a response.
Put it up on the screen. Let everyone see it.
No, I better be timing out Bandit now. Yeah, good to see you, Bandit, man. Yeah, Bandit even sent me a nude picture one day. He sent me a nude nub picture.
Hey, I'll dignify that response. Langley Lang, if your body is anything like your outward attitude, no, thank you.
Yeah, Bandit sent me a nude pic of his of a nub. uh, Y'all more than welcome to come on the thing. Any one of y'all. There, here, I'll even put the thing back out here. And there we go. There's the thing. Any one of y'all more than welcome to come on the panel, talk, see what you got to say. I'm being, like I said, I'll be respectful as long as you're respectful. But start trying to perpetuate lies, I will call you on your lies, as I've done before. Like I said, there's public records of what happened to me and how I got arrested, what I was arrested for, things like that. You can go look it up. There is no public record of my boat being cut because I begged them. Figure, yeah, YouTube's being goofy right now. You know that, Jen. Langley, I wouldn't know what you look like. As far as I know, you're an old woman that's got saggy titties down to her knees. So I don't know. You say you're pretty redhead. Well, there you go. I can't prove otherwise. I've never seen you. But I can prove that your narrative about me is a lie that you all like to perpetuate in Flow Rider Stream. You know. So that perpetuation can be proved by public records. Your perpetuation of a lie can be proved by public records out of Dixie County. Go to the Dixie County Courthouse and get in their public records. My court case is there. And also, Dixie County, you can also go to the Dixie County Sheriff's Department and you'll find I was only arrested one time in Dixie County and not taken to jail, but one time in Dixie County and everything else like that. So them lies that you are trying to perpetuate in Flow Rider Stream have backup to that. No, you just agree with him. I agree. Yep. Blow your God. You agree with every word he says and have.
I gotta say, what Beaver said tonight in the Unnamed Widows live.
Yeah.
What Beaver said tonight, recently in the Unnamed Widow stream, the alleged Unnamed Widow stream, was very courageous on his part.
Who's out there?
Who's out there? Langley Lang, Bayou Bandit, Genty.
Oh, hey, Bandit. Hey, Langley.
I got 9 people, a few people talking, so I'm sure got some other people that with Langley Lang's group, they're sitting there lurking. So,
Brother Bandit.
Why don't you get Bandit on?
Langley Lang,
Who this is.
I got proof on my phone from Discord that says otherwise. So, yeah, you don't talk about me in YouTube much. You're right. Hey, Shimmy Sham. I'll give you that. In YouTube, you don't.
You know, the narrative's being pushed now that I'm allegedly making
Langley
threatening
Lang.
phone calls to the alleged widow.
Believe me, the people that text me what you were saying, and no, it was not Lou, by the way, before you go and start saying, oh, Lou did it. No, he didn't. These were people that you invited into your own little private room where you all like to talk and bullshit. No, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow for you, Langley. I sure will.
I'm hurt that Langley Lang won't invite me into her little group after I've done so much for her.
I have to edit out their names so to keep my confidential informants a secret. Oh, your little D-Live private room chat that y'all had. I don't even play that. You know exactly what that is. As a matter of fact, you were one of the first ones talking about D-Live, Langley.
They don't want to come on your
I want to know why you just don't want to come on your on the panel and say this. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. You were one of the first ones that brought it up, girly girl. You are not a very good liar, Langley Lang, because you tell so many lies. You don't remember the lies you tell. That's your problem. The biggest lie ever seen on YouTube. That was the biggest lie ever seen on YouTube. Yep. That was the biggest lie I ever seen on YouTube, was the day I seen you type out, I do not lie.
I'm a good person. I don't lie. That's a direct quote from Langley Lang.
Yep.
Why do you hate me so much? I don't hate you, Langley Lang. I told you, I don't hate anybody.
I tell you, Langley Lang, you've been caught in so many lies, it's not even funny. You've contradicted your own lies because you couldn't remember that you lied about something to begin with. And people have questioned you on it many times. Many times. I don't hate you either, Langley. I never said I hated you. There's probably only one person I could say there's only one person I could say that I actually hate that's on YouTube. And he's part of your group though. And he's the leader of your group and that little camp over there. And that is Michigan Mister.
I don't even hate Michigan Mister. I feel sorry for him.
No, I hate him. I'll tell you that.
I so feel you guys. Hey, all three of us agree. That's awesome. About Michigan. Oh, baby.
How you doing, Auditor?
That was perfect timing. How am I doing?
Yes.
How
Hey,
am I doing? It depends on what language you're speaking right now. Are you speaking Native American or are you speaking English?
I get SJ, I still go. Jafegni Doye.
No. How do I sound?
You sound like you're in a halfway decent mood.
I am good. Thank you for that. I'm doing fantastic, bro. Yeah, just chilling. I'm here in San Francisco. I am moseying down the street. We've got some lights. We've got some people. We've got some wetness, some cars, and some cops. As you can tell, there they go right there, the black and white.
Yep, there goes the black and white.
The black and white. They're on their shit, and they know they're probably live streaming right now, too. And they love it. They're just like, you know what? Let's just not fuck with Jeremiah.
Yep, that's it. Let's not fuck with him tonight.
Well, no, I'm just actually what it comes down to is check this out. Did you know that there was one instance when I actually more than once, twice it happened where I was like rolling by cops and I was like, happy fuck the cops day, and I flipped them off, right? I saw the cops and I was like, happy fuck the cops day, and they had their window down and shit. And I like flipped them off and I kept going, right? Through a light, I think, right, that was like yellow or about to turn green or whatever, and didn't quite turn green yet or whatever. And I made a right turn on a red light on a bicycle. You know what I'm saying? In other words, I was on a bicycle the whole time. But they, on each occasion, it was just like a weak excuse just to fuck with me because I was saying fuck the police. Right. Like it was total retaliation. That's how I felt, right? But with each ticket, I dismissed it through the mail by crossing out everything on there, just by putting a big like line across it, like just a huge line of just directly across the the paper, and just being like taking a red pen and writing basically no consent, no signature, no contract, no agreement, and just sending it back to the appropriate person. Because I think what we're dealing with is like this commercial beast, like California does actually have an EIN number. It's 680-284-175. And that is their federal EIN number here in California. I looked it up. It's actually available on a couple of internet sources. But yeah, so there's I'm getting all off on a tangent, man. No. Anyway, yeah, fucking what's up, man?
I'm learning some new shit here, bud.
Oh yeah, but anyways, if you're enjoying it, I'm glad to hear it, man. But I mean, this stuff about the EIN number is actually important because I heard about it and I started doing the research, and what I found just blew my mind. Because I actually, who's that?
South Sudan. Are you in the People's Republic to suck my dick, California?
Yeah, he's in San Fran. He said,
"Am I in the People's Republic of Suck My Dick in California?"
California.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a lyricist, so I can actually. I'm long-winded when it comes to lyricists, but this guy's not a really good lyricist. Just to let you guys know. That-
I don't
Is this
have to be.
second son, or
it depends on who me is, I guess.
are you second son, or
Are you talking about the Salty Rant or
No,
someone else?
Actually, you're cool, man. You cool. Salty Rant, is that you?
yeah, that's
Oh my
Salty Rant. Yeah.
Awesome. I've never even spoken to this person before.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you, sir? I actually have heard your name in all kinds of different stuff. It's nice to hear your voice.
I've heard your name, but I've never talked to you.
Right? Hey, man. It's really nice to hear from you. Nice to hear you, dude. So,
But
excuse
yeah,
me, I got it.
I enjoy
There's a
watching
guy.
your shit,
Excuse me.
because you bring up such new stuff all the time that I get to learn from. Hey, your brain works 500 million times more than mine does. I'll tell you that now. And I enjoy watching you because you bring up shit that gets me to looking up shit and things like that. So I learn stuff.
Appreciate it. Yeah, well, you know what? I figure I'm gonna learn something all the time. Like today it was a really good day for me when it comes to this whole discovery thing about the honest citizen situation out there in Arkansas. He's an auditor slash cop watcher who, despite any type of history, has been subjected to unlawful incarceration for over a month, almost a month, or at least over that right now.
Yep.
And I can
I don't mean to
produce.
interrupt anyone.
What's up?
No, I
Go
got
ahead.
to work. I'll be back.
All right.
Auditron? Are you second son, or
Am I second son? What do you mean by that?
oh, I wasn't sure if you were second son because second son keeps changing his
Who are
name.
you?
I'm
Who are
Trail
you?
Dog.
You're Trail Dog? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen you in there. Yeah, that's you've been pretty peaceful every time we say hey to each other. You've been
Yeah.
pretty chill. Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if you were second son or not because second son keeps changing his name, so, and he's in San
No, he
Francisco.
doesn't. Well, I went from. Well, here's what happened, guys. I went from Second Son News to Threat Assessment News.
Okay.
Right? Remember that? Do you remember that? Do you remember my Threat Assessment News channel?
That was something else before. Well, our son O'Donnell, wasn't it?
It was Second Son News. Then I went to like Threat Assessment News.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because you know why? They try to do threat assessments on all of us. Okay? And instead, I'm flipped the script on their ass. It's us that's actually doing the threat assessment. Think about it. We're protecting the fucking Constitution, right? So we are doing threat assessments through our cop watches, through these audits, and don't let anyone ask you what an auditor is and try to talk you into like there's no such thing as an auditor. They have no clue, man, how to even explain it. So it's like the people don't even, they have questions, man, not answers. So
What are we looking at? A mall? Christmas lights.
Christmas light.
I'm actually walking down the sidewalk. I'm now crossing the street here on Valencia and 24th, actually. And this are yeah, I like Christmas tree lights. But this is a church, and they always do this. Yeah. But here goes some
that's kinda
police.
cool.
You guys want to see some police? Let's see. Hello. Happy Father Cops Day. Bye. Oh, man. They have got to hate my guts. If you think about it. You know what's interesting is I understand I understand why people would want it to try to, you know, tear down what this is. But I mean, really, I don't intend on being anti-cop at all. As a matter of fact, I think provisional government is definitely necessary. So everybody out there that loves provisional government, you go ahead and keep sleeping while others wake up and start creating law all around you. You know, and be happy with your little provisional government for now.
Jen, get rid of that. I don't want that name in my string. Get rid of that, please, Jen.
And
Oh, Jen's out there. Hugs, Jen.
is it Gen T? Uggs. What's going on? Why is she? What is he asking her to get rid of?
A guy that's got a name up there that says "I hate all gays."
I don't know. I can't see
What'd she
chat.
say?
The guy that
Hey, you guys,
came in
can
with a name that says "I hate all gays." I don't want that in my stream.
I hate all gays?
Yep.
That's ridiculous, y'all. That's ridiculous. Statements like that are just that's meant for taking you off of the subject matter in general. I mean,
Yep.
That's why I'm
That's
saying
right.
it's ridiculous. I mean, I'm not saying I'm for being gay. I'm saying that it's ridiculous to say something like that, you know, on a stream like this when the content is something completely different. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you?
Yeah, lucky my friend isn't on because she'd take care of him.
Well, check this piece out. This caught my attention just now.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome. Some nice artwork.
Got a name on it?
Right? I'm trying to decipher it. I think it's Satch or something like that. Like Sash. It could be Sash, S-A-C-H-T, something like that. But that's fucking sick. And here's a huge eagle right next to it. But this was here. Oh no, parrot. Excuse me. Oh, they have parrots out here in San Francisco that fly around all the time in flocks.
Cool.
And every day they like go from like one place to another and you can always hear them. Here's another sick ass piece, you guys. I can't believe all these new pieces have been thrown up. Check this one out. Holy shit. Excuse my French. Is it hard to see?
No, I can see it pretty good.
No, I see it great. That is nice.
Isn't that nice? It's pretty ill.
You know, it's
let's
amazing what
keep it
people
moving.
can do with just a spray paint pen. It really is. It's amazing.
Here's
You know,
some other stuff.
You know, down in Florida, they made it to where they can spray paint all they want underneath all the overpasses and all that, because for one, they got tired of fucking hitting people with all this stuff, and people were getting mad because some of these people were doing some really awesome artwork, you know, and they would go in and clean off what they called graffiti. So the people getting mad finally got it to where it was changed, where they let them do all they want to do under those things.
Yeah, now we're entering into like the residential like unfriendly zone. So it's like where they actually rely on state police power to enforce private rights, which creates a nexus because of a symbiosis when you rely on police power as a private citizen. But they don't know that, so whatever. Who gives a shit? Guys, actually, I actually make lots of jokes that actually have like a legal relation to them. You know what I mean? So unfortunately, these concepts are kind of they're not that common, unfortunately. But you know, one thing is interesting. Even though they taught us like the Constitution in school and stuff, and they taught us, you know, like the basic stuff about, you know, I pledge allegiance, whatever. They never taught any of us about putting a number system over the parts of speech to identify where, you know, each part of speech is located, you know. So, and having a forensics and, you know, a forensic evidence of how to locate each part of speech, I mean, that can really help when you're trying to remove ambiguities and stuff. So it's really something dear to my heart, you know, that I do with this First Amendment audit stuff. Like, I believe in freedom of the ability for you and me to sit here and think for ourselves and not rely on someone telling us how to think about the parts of speech. Imagine how stupid we look to the government. Think about it. They tell us how to think about the parts of speech. Oh, when you sign this, you agree. You're signing and saying that you agree that you're not admitting to guilt. You're just showing. You just promised to appear. Well, you just agreed to the terms. You know what I'm saying? To the language and all that shit. You know, and that shit kind of pisses me off, dude. And the whole thing has, from the very beginning down to the birth certificate and everything, has been nothing more than just a language contract, a language agreement. In other words, it's actually, you know what it comes down to is we've been dumbed down so fucking much that, like, we're not even allowed to grow as human beings, like mentally, spiritually, right? And I think they want to stop us physically from growing too, but, or when I say they, I just mean some sort of like elite somewhere, whatever. But yeah, they probably just, you know what I mean? Like, the idea is dumb down everyone, you know what I mean? So that way no one uses their faculties. So I faculty you now. I'm sending you faculties and faculties of energy right now. This is all for you guys right here. Hold on. Wrong direction. There we go. Faculties. Faculty. Take that. Take that. Take that. That's all for you guys. Because it's about creativity, you know what I'm saying? And what it means is when you're being free, like, it has very much to do with creativity, you know? And I think this idea that human beings can create like certain rules, like, imagine this. Like, common law is talking, if you guys really want to get down to brass tacks, let's talk about the common law. The common law says basically this, okay, that the head of the household, right, is the one that makes the decisions. That's the qualified elector for the house, right? And when you have 10 heads of households, you have 10 qualified electors, right? And that basically makes up what I think a township or something. And if you have, like, I think 10 townships, that makes up a precinct or something like that, right? So, like, this is the nature of the common law, right? But that's not the system of law that we're living under right now. You see what I'm saying? We're living under some sort of weird ass, I mean, that's a local government thing too. That's a grassroots bottom up technology called the common law. You know what I'm saying? And it comes from England. It actually is the type of common law that existed in England before the Norman invasion of 1066. So there was a common law that existed even before the Norms brought their form of common law, which is known as precedent, right? And precedence, by the way, which comes from a doctrine known as stare decisis. precedent is not even always valuable, you know, because not all of the circumstances are the same. So to sit there and rely on precedents in all circumstances is a logical fallacy. But anyways, yeah. So this team with Trent Gattazaro out there in Arkansas, I think honestly right now what's going on with him is he is actually being unlawfully incarcerated on specific constitutional violations of their own constitution. Arkansas's own constitution is actually being violated by those officers, you know, and there's really no way of getting around it. I produced a document that evidences it. The probable cause necessary to get, I believe, Trent discharged from their custody. So that's what I'm working on in the background, you guys. just so you guys know. Yeah. Fuck that, dude. We're not gonna let that dude sit in jail, dude. You know what I'm saying? For the terroristic threats, for seeking redress from some police officer trying to fucking stalk him and shit and fuck with him. And now he's sitting in jail for fucking, excuse my French, for terroristic threats. Do you know what I mean? Like, does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah, it does, and I don't understand why he's there. I don't, because Arkansas's. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that, because it's mind blowing. It really is.
You know what? I'm going to tell you what I heard, okay? Let me tell you a little story that I heard. I heard a little story, right, about someone that might have forged someone's name, right? And that someone might have been the someone that's named as the victim in the Trent Gattazaro issue. Do you know who that someone is?
Who's that?
Andy Thrasher, the officer, is the victim.
I thought an officer couldn't be a victim.
The police officer is a victim. Can you believe that shit? Oh my god. It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh so hard. Because I can't, I mean, if you really think about it, listen, if you go look up the statute, terroristic threats, part of the law actually says you have to have the purpose of terrorizing, right? That wasn't his goal wasn't to terrorize. But see, I think that they may be basing their decision on how do we know it wasn't to terrorize? Because check it out, because even if Trent did say, hey, look, I'll get a militia together, we'll come over here and we'll fucking kill all y'all motherfuckers. We'll hang you. Right? What if Trent did say something like that? That would be lawful under the Arkansas Constitution. It's lawful to say that because the people have the right to actually reform their government in the way that they think it's necessary at that time. That's the truth. Go look it up. And that's what fucking trips me out is why would Arkansas do that to Trent when that specific conduct is actually protected under their constitution? You know, it's fucking weird. It has me bugged out right now. So I don't know, but it shows me the level of tyranny, I think, you know, and the thing that happened to James Freeman recently too, where they just grabbed him out of the blue like that, those federal peoples. You know, that blew my mind too. I started thinking about that. I'm like, okay, well, how is the federal government laying claim over state land? Okay, that's the whole BLM issue again. You know what I mean? Kind of coming back up. And I started thinking about that. And then I was like also thinking about the fact that they didn't have any type of RAS. So, I mean, we all have RAS syndrome, I think, right? We always look for Ross, right? Who does not look for reasonable articulable suspicion, right?
Right.
I think everybody here that's listening or in your live shit is probably aware of what RAS is.
I'm pretty sure, but if not, just go ahead and explain it to them. I'll let you.
I appreciate that there. It's a reasonable, articulable suspicion that a crime has been committed. And what's needed for a detention here in California is that they have to actually specify the actual crime that they think that they're going to commit. It's not enough to say, oh, you know, we don't know what crime you commit, but we think you're going to, and we just don't know which one it is yet. So we're trying to figure that out. See, that's not, this is how cops are basically using misusing the reasonable articulable suspicion rule, is by saying, we don't know what type of crime you're going to commit, but you just look suspicious, you know? So it's a total misuse of it, you know? And it does come down to training, but I mean, still, if there's a liberty taking, right, then shit, you lost some of your liberty right there. You know, I mean, that time is valuable.
Yep.
But
I
just saying.
actually had a cop in Florida one time tell me, he said, there's so many laws out there. I know you're going to break one, and so I'm still going to ask you for your ID. Because I know you're going to break the law eventually.
Right.
That's what he told me. I'm like, really? I said, so which one am I going to break today? Yeah.
He said that to you?
No,
I need your ID now because I know you're going to break a law in the future.
Right.
That's hilarious.
That's what he told me. I'm like, so which law am I going to break today?
Right.
I don't know which one, but I'm sure you'll break one. I want to see your ID. I said, no, sorry, you ain't getting it. Turned around and walked away from him. He didn't know what to do. He just stood there slack-jawed. So.
Dude, I love when cops walk away. But I mean, here's the interesting thing. Like, I hate what they stand for, and I want to make this clear to everybody. I hate what police stand for. Mm-hmm. It's fucking bullshit. Excuse me. Can I cuss on here?
I don't care. I cuss all the fucking time. So,
dude, it's such. If you guys don't understand, you have never been to my channel before. I've been toning it down, but I swear to God, I hate what police stand for. I can't stand it. I can't stand it, and the reason why is because it's a top-down provisional government kind of like thing that they're giving us as a way to. Do you know how I can evidence that shit? Look, every police officer is given piece of fiat. In other words, even though they're not actually justices of the peace and actually even from the neighborhood, right? They can still get the peace officer status. Don't you think that's bullshit? That is fucking bullshit. Fuck that. They're not even from here. They may not even care about this neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? Some of them might be from here, but I mean, they might not actually be from the neighborhood. And I think that that's a lack of control by the local government itself. And that's why I'm saying provisional government sucks, yo. And that's what we got, bruh. So, holy shit. Why did you call yourself Nope?
Nope is I did that but a long time ago, and I just ain't changed it since. My channel's actually news now. Tammy Lynn.
Tammy Lynn, I love this person, dude. We've talked before, dude. Yeah, no, dude, we good. Yep.
And I put that up there because there was someone that was talking some crap about me, and I came into the live stream and put nope. It was a statement, so I just, and I never changed it since.
Right. And I'm just actually hanging out with you guys for a little bit here before I get off here. But I'm just, I mean, like, seriously, I'm a bit pissed off, man, about what's going on out there with people being, like, basically grabbed by police and being told what to do by police. My biggest gripe, I'll tell you what my biggest gripe is. You guys want to know what it is? Tell me you want to know what it is, please. Okay, here's what it is. Yeah. Look, dude, it's when a cop tries to push a citizen back from trying to assist. from a possible unlawful public offense. And when they try to exercise that police power to push back a citizen from trying to help, maybe it's the son, right, or the mother of the person that's being attacked by the cops, and the cops come up and push that person back, or another friend or a neighbor, right, and they try to help. The person is screaming for help, right, and the cops are using excessive force, and so someone's coming to help, and they have the lawful right to do it, and at the same time the cops actually continue to push everybody back and shit, and everyone just stands around and takes it, right? That's my fucking gripe. Why? You know what I'm saying? That's my gripe right there. And that's why I was really proud to see that one video. Did you see that video of that father and his son? Like that father was like asking the cop what's up, and then he got detained and taken to the ground and stuff, and actually started boxing with the cop. I think I heard him actually fighting with the cop, you know, in some weird way, because you can't. If you think about it, let's just say if you are a cop, right? You don't have RAS, and you grab me, right? I have the lawful right under the Penal Code 692 through 694 to resist the offense with sufficient resistance necessary to stop the offense. So if you're going to use a gun, I should have that right too. The right for a stick, a gun. I should have the right to grab your wrist back, right, and to push it. Don't escalate and you start using your weapon and shit like that, and using your gun and your taser and all that shit. If I resist your unlawful public offense initially, you should be like, okay, sorry, sir. That's what they should be doing. They should be like, oh shit, I didn't realize, sir. I thought, I can tell that you have good intentions.
Excuse me 1 second.
I'm sorry.
Jen, put Eminem in timeout. I do not want him attacking News Now Canuck. I'm tired of that. The News Now Canuck can do whatever he wants, how he wants to do it. And he should be respected for it.
That's kind of interesting stuff going on here. Some drumming going on, I guess.
Yeah, a little drama in my stream, and I won't let people attack people in my stream and be disrespectful. They can have a discussion if they want, but being disrespectful is another thing. I don't put up with that.
Right.
I've had mortal enemies come on my panels and talk respectful to each other, and they have to agree to disagree. Okay.
Hey, you guys want to see something?
What's that?
Check this out, Tammy Lynn.
I'm hearing some cool ass music.
Oh, fuck. That was intense. What do you think, Tammy Lynn?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, they're just packing up now. Hey, thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah. What was the purpose for that?
That's for the Lady of Guadalupe. It's birthday.
The Lady of Guadalupe's birthday? Thank you. Have a great night. Happy birthday, lady. Interesting. You got to appreciate that. That's kind of some.
Oh, look
That's
at
kind
that
of fun,
headdress. That is freaking wicked looking headdress.
right? There, those headsets, right? Like, right? That's interesting. And this is the alley that they were just kind of on right now. It's got some interesting artwork on it too. But now they're actually standing in the rain, and I feel a little bit bad for them. But because I'm used to that shit. What's up with you, Tammy Lin? What's going on, man? What's up with you? Hey, do you audit or what?
Do I audit? I have audited some.
Yeah.
I have cop watched
Yeah.
some.
Cool.
I do mine a little bit differently than others. I do compliment a cop if I see them doing a good job. I will compliment them for that and thank them for being professional. I've also, but I've never been put in a position where I had to go off on a cop, except for one time, and unfortunately, I can't show those videos because I got a lawsuit against the cops.
Okay.
Because they falsely arrested me, and yes,
Right.
I'm the fuck off on the false arrest.
Okay, so wait. So can I ask you a question? If you're claiming that they falsely arrested you, have you determined that yet whether or not you're going to cross-claim, make a cross-complaint in a way during the previous situation that you have going on? You see what I mean? Have you done that yet? Because I
I've
mean,
already
that's
done that. Yes, I have. I've done that. Yes,
a cross-complaint.
yes, I have.
And you can produce that? Can I see that?
I cannot produce nothing right now because my lawyer told me not to show anything yet.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I have to go with what my lawyer says. But as soon as I'm able to, everybody will get everything from it.
Dope.
And that's a promise.
Dope. I can't wait. Yeah, that'd be interesting, man, to see, you know? For real.
And I even did a complaint at the police department, which was on YouTube, by the way.
Right.
They tried to stingray me, so I found a way around that. I just made a phone call and had a friend put it over their YouTube channel while I was talking to them.
Right. That's good. So you actually have it documented.
Yes, I do.
Excellent. Yeah, documentation is a lot. I mean, it's really a lot, actually. You know, it means a lot. And one interesting thing, just to take it back to the Trent thing for a second, is that the document, the record, right? The record against Trent. Check out, guys. The record against Trent, the written record, does not contain any evidence of him actually making a threat.
Wow, really?
That's correct.
Wow. See, I don't see. Then how can they actually say he was doing terroristic threats?
Exactly. Which is why what I have done is, instead of saying that, because that's part of the facts of the case, what I was saying in my habeas corpus, which I found out did not get submitted because I think someone else submitted something else. Whatever. I'm not going to talk about that right now. But I'll tell you this. The habeas that I wrote dealt directly with the constitutional violations against Trent.
Right.
And it also dealt with the criminal code, the rules of criminal procedure, basically, as it relates to the habeas corpus and its application. And a judge is basically required to actually permit a less severe, type of, surety. In other words, there's no reason to keep him in there for 60 days the way that they're doing. They're trying, and then at the same time, they're trying to say that he was this indecent exposure, and then that somehow he's a schizophrenic. And so, it's right now. It's a very, very fucking fucked up situation for Trent. It really, really is, because he's going to be in there. Even check it out. Even if the habeas would have worked, they could have underneath the judge's bench book, which I was reading earlier today, judge's bench book, okay, out there, and they have a whole chapter. It's on page 368 of this book. Okay, go look to 368. And it's literally talking about the habeas corpus and whether or not that, you know, in any which particular situation it applies. And one of the situations where it would apply would basically be where the judge would, well, yeah, there's no evidence, right, in the record, and there's no substantial anything, so we're going to discharge it, but he still is deemed to be mentally diseased, right, or something like that. So we're going to issue an order to have him get a psychiatric evaluation. This is how it's written in the judge's bench book. Isn't that screwed up? That is horrible. Don't you think so? Think about it. They're gonna make Trent take a psych evaluation, right? Even if habeas corpus did work, that probably is their plan. You see what I'm saying? They're nasty, dude. Nasty people, dude, who just like suck the blood out of the people. You know, they're vampires, dude. It's weird. The system is vampirical in the way it is right now, but it can change. It can change. That's why we have to have compassion for police officers, except when they actually do harm and damage to people. Then I think the compassion has to disappear, and the wrath of God actually needs to come forth, you know, because, you know, you can't just sit there and hurt the people using the color of law like that. You know what I'm saying? So so that's my perspective. That's my analysis. And, you know, at this point, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think the Trent, as far as I've heard, the Trent habeas corpus was denied. Okay. Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
Someone submitted a habeas. Have you heard about that?
No, I did not. I have not heard much about it lately.
I can't believe that. Well, just so everyone knows, I think I made a video like 5 or 6 days ago saying that the habeas was complete, and then I got a call from Chris Powers, and he told me that the habeas was already sent out like a week earlier. You know, and I'm like, what the hell? I was like, I didn't even get a chance to like read it first or whatever like that. So, but then they told me it got denied. You know what I mean? So I think when I was looking at the judge's bench book earlier today regarding habeas, guys, I found something that states basically that they will make you basically do it over and over again, in other words, until you get it correct, and then they will submit it to the judges and determine whether it gets issued or not. So the clerk's denial is not necessarily the same thing as a judge's denial of it. So just because the shit got denied or whatever, doesn't mean that the habeas officially wasn't issued because it was unfounded. You know what I'm saying, brother, man?
Yeah.
So there's definitely some mistakes there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, there is, and I agree with you on that wholeheartedly. The whole system really needs to be revamped and made to where it's supposed to be for the people, not against the people. You know, when you see, that was another thing I took out of what that cop told me. There's so many laws out there, you're going to break one. Okay. If you got cops?
He said there's so many laws out there, you're going to break one, so I need your ID now. He must have been screwing with you.
You know? Reason, so how is the system for the people?
I mean,
yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Here's what's interesting about the civil law and its application. I mean, if you're talking about, and I hate to be such a, you know, a damper on the parade of tyranny, or do I celebrate it? I don't know. I think I celebrate it, but right. I'm celebrating being a damper on the parade of tyranny. When I say that a broad sweep of civil authority over the people is not how common law systems work.
Right.
So when people see that, they will start to realize the power of the, you know, of kind of their own abilities to create the rule in their life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they start to be like, oh, I can create rules in my life, and then those rules of conduct become the rules of my court. I see, you know. I know it sounds a little bit patriotic, right? To be free and stuff like that. I know the way I'm sounding is like you're a free person, you can create your own rules and stuff. And I think that's my intention, but don't let me mislead you down the sovereign citizen path.
No, I've already been down that road. I'm down it. Been down it a long time.
Just saying.
Yep.
Real freedom means being able to choose how to think. And I don't think that we actually have that freedom right now. And that is exactly why I do my audit the way that I do it. I've told many people this. I use logical language format as a free speech expression, a free speech claim. And when I'm saying logical language format, I mean I'm just applying a number system over the parts of speech and using like a single purpose use doctrine, if you will, or a standard. Let's just call it a standard. And whereby I just use each part of speech with a single use. And the reason why I'm saying that that's possible for me to bring forward the rule is because of the 9th and 10th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which allows the people to actually retain the same rights that they have enumerated. And so when you look at a lot of the statutes, right, they do have a definition section, and they define the word person, they define the word corporation, but they never define these smaller parts of speech, right? And so it's presumed and assumed that they can use them in any way, shape, or form that they deem necessary. You know what I mean? But there's really no rule. There's no written rule in legislation how to use the parts of speech. I'm just putting that out there so you guys can see why I'm saying that your ability to create your own rule of court is part of a free speech expression. And not just that, but using that same ability with a habeas corpus for loss of liberty would be even compounding it even more and just double trouble on that ass. But I mean, if you think about it, Tammy Linlin, I mean, it sounds complicated. You know what I'm saying? But I think in the long run, with the group that I'm working with people that I'm working with on this, things are going to work out really, really well, you know, and we can probably avert a civil war, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's kind of like the direction that I'm seeing the shit go in. It's like staging, this auditing stuff is, and all of this stuff is like, we're being like looked at as terrorists potentially and stuff, you know, it's just weird, man, you know, when in fact we're just exercising our rights. What's your thoughts on that, Tammy Linlin?
What are my thoughts on that? Well, I've said it. I have.
Is Tammy Linlin still there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hold on. I'm here.
Oh, look at this piece. Tammy Linlin, will you please respond to me? Are you just reading chat?
No, I'm here.
If you do not respond, that is just fine as well.
No. I'm here. It's just damn thing's not letting me respond. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? I might have to.
Yeah, guys.
I can hear you, Tammy.
I believe in it. You know.
He can't hear me. Can
Freedom.
you hear Salty?
I believe in freedom.
I can hear both of you guys. I don't know if anyone can hear me.
That one day, like every single one of us is gonna be free. Like, wait a minute. I can't say that.
Yeah,
because I know there's a part of myself already that's free inside somewhere. So that means everyone's free too. Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta revamp the way I'm thinking about it. What am I gonna say now?
I don't know.
Tammy
but-
Lemon, please fill in for my vacancy, if you don't
Hold
mind.
Hold on, I need a freaking refresh. I can't figure out how to refresh on my
You're
computer.
hilarious. Fucking start talking, fool. I cannot hear you.
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
Start talking,
Can you
Tammy.
hear me?
Hold on, let me put myself in the back here.
What the hell?
Can you hear me?
Hold on a
Autotron?
sec. Maybe I got my volume turned down. Nope, my volume's up completely.
Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you,
Hello,
Salty.
hello, hello.
I hear you. I hear you. Do you? Autotron left. Damn it. Well,
You can't hear
Autotron,
us.
you can't hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't hear Autotron.
Oh, well, let's see if he's coming back. Can you
You
hear us now?
probably can hear
Autotron?
me. Yes, I can. Jesus Christ.
Okay. All right, cool.
I think
I
we
was
got
Yeah.
hacked
talking,
for a
bro.
minute there,
I
guys.
was talking.
It pissed me off. I could see you smiling. For sure.
Yeah, I was trying to talk. But see, where I started at with with any activism was there
Yeah.
was a thing in Arkansas called Arkansas in North Arkansas and South Missouri. It was called the White River Watershed Act,
Right.
and it was a big government land grab is what it was. It was back when the Bureau of Land Management was doing their shit on land grabs. It was probably about 2 months before the Bundy Ranch thing came down. Wow.
That Bundy Ranch thing was bullshit, man.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
government.
Yeah, and they were trying to do a big land grab in South Missouri and Arkansas because what they were doing was they wanted a half a mile of land from any water source that was that went into the White River in Arkansas. Okay, well that meant every river that was in Missouri that went into the Black River or the White River, all the way from Lake Taneycomo all the way over to Sikeston, Missouri, which that literally covered the whole southern part of Missouri. That they wanted a half mile from any water source that came into that river,
Okay.
and that would have been hundreds of thousands of acres just taken away. Boom, and it was affecting the farmers the most because what was happening was they were also making it to where their cattle watering ponds that they had fell under that particular designation, and
Right. Certain statute. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yes, and so they were even taking the farmers' watering pond away from them and want a half a
Mm-hmm.
mile from it. Okay,
Right. And they're doing it under what? The general welfare stuff, right? And
right,
they're using police power to do it. And you know what? Even though it's not an eminent domain action, they can do that in some weird way. And you know what? That's a fucking problem. And so
Well-
it needs to be addressed. And I appreciate
we
you bringing it up. Thank you.
well, we did. We addressed it. We fought it, and we won. That
Dope.
thing got dropped. It got dropped.
Right.
It
Awesome.
took 600 plus people continuously working on it, and probably about 2,000 to 3,000 off and on helpers. Okay, to get that shot down. And we had 2 years worth of fighting it, and 2 years of going through hell and seeing how corrupt cops work. Okay, and being lapdogs for the government. Okay, they were pulling people over like me. I got pulled over.
Yep.
He said my my taillights were out, and I'm like, bull crap. I know better than that because I just got it out of the freaking shop and got everything fixed in the back end of the car because I got in a small wreck, got hit the ass into the car, got everything fixed. The lights were fixed, everything was working perfectly fine, and everything else, right? Well, he didn't know that, and I pulled out the slip and everything else, showed him, and I said, by the way, it looks like they're working perfectly fine to me. He says, He goes, well, they weren't when I pulled you over. I said, then prove it, buddy, because you're full of shit. I know that. And I pulled him out that bill of sale, or that bill that he wrote me out. And I said, here's the deal on the car. And I said they were guaranteed working, and I guaranteed they were working because I seen them working and
Right.
everything else. And the cop like, well, fuck you then. Get your car and fucking leave. But he was trying to harass me because he knew I was part of that. Several people went to jail over that. We had to get them out of jail and things like that. It was insane what they were doing. And that's why I said I'm already down the road of the sovereign citizen thing, like you're talking about, by dealing with that. Again, though, I'm also the type of person, if I see one doing right, I'm gonna thank them for doing right for the simple fact, it's like a kid, you know. I look at cops like kids. Okay, uh, you how do you reinforce good behavior with a kid? You tell them
Right.
where they did good and thank them for being good. Well, if you see them being bad, you tell them where they're being bad and say you need to quit being bad. Same way with a cop. I treat them like your kids. Okay. I
I
mean,
mean, I like your approach, but unfortunately, it's a completely ass backward system, and they're treating everybody else like minors when they themselves are the kids. And I do appreciate your comments.
right. And that's why I look at them like that.
Exactly. I
And
like that. I like that a lot.
so I treat them accordingly. Also,
Actually, can we call them infants?
okay, that'll work. That'll work.
Because I almost feel like they're like infants.
Yes,
You know,
that'll work. And
they all need lawyers. Oh boy.
I have seen the corruption firsthand. I've had the corruption handed to me firsthand.
Hmm.
And I've been fighting it off and on ever since through different ways. Like I help. Me and my uncle worked with George Bush Senior with the with some Native American affairs while he was president. I mean, in different ways, and you to see the corruption that's there to on different levels there, to see the corruption that's there for the different levels in different societies even is amazing. Because even to this day, Native Americans don't even aren't even considered humans. They're considered a natural resource, you know, and people don't even know that about Native Americans, you know. So they and all. So that's how that is, you know. But so I've got to see the corruption all the way down, and yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly. A lot of your views I agree with wholeheartedly on things, and I do agree we should have the freedom. Like I would with that deal, like you were saying, the freedom to be able to deal with things ourselves. I think we should have that freedom. I think we should be able to not have to call a cop to deal with our business. You know, if it's my personal business, I should be able to deal with it my personal self. You know, and go from there. Did we lose you again, Autotron? Yep.
Yep.
Mm,
I was having a hard time with my audio earlier.
that's weird.
You can hear me now, though, right?
Yeah, I hear you just fine now. I hope he comes back because I like talking to him. I like listening to Autotron. Autotron's got some interesting views.
What part of
Uh,
the United States is he in?
right now, he's in San Francisco. He's in the
Oh,
Republic.
okay.
He's in the Republic of Suck My Dick, California, right now.
Mm. He's in the northern part of Suck My Dick, California.
Yep. Yep.
Sanctuary City, baby.
Yep.
So anyway, I was looking at chat. I'm not gonna rehash the same old shit, but it's funny how wherever I go, a certain person follows me, tells
Yep.
me to provide proof or shut the fuck up.
Yep. I'm gonna bring Ottertron back in.
I think I was just saying I got cut off, but I was just saying that you guys all have something special to offer. I think, you know.
Well, I was also agreeing with you on that before you got caught off, so I don't think you heard me.
Yeah.
Having the freedom to choose if I want to have a cop come and help me or not,
Hmm.
and the freedom to choose if I want to handle my own problems,
Hmm.
I should be able to choose that
Yep.
and choose by the means that I want to do to handle my problem.
Right.
But unfortunately, with all the laws that are out there, I have to call a cop to fucking deal with my problem.
I'm totally with you on you. I know where you're coming from, dude.
And I don't think that's right. I just never thought that was ever right.
Auditron, let me ask you a question. How does it feel to be in a sanctuary city like San Francisco, seeing all the corruption around you from everyone? It seems like.
Um, pretty bad, pretty beat down actually. You just I feel pretty isolated, but I'm I also feel like like a sense of loss of faith in my community out here, because I had some high hopes, for people out here, and I came out here about 10 years ago. So, but yeah, I feel like kind of let down, you know what I mean, by everything here. You know what I'm saying? Like, considering the fact that it's supposed to be so liberal and all of that.
Mm.
Have you audited with any auditors in your area?
No.
How come?
The only auditor that I audited with was a dude named Defend, not Dumb, Defend, and he came to visit. He came down and visited, and we did a quick audit for a day or whatever, and it pretty much went in a different direction, and he had to go, so whatever. But as it relates to any other auditors, no. I mean, there's NorCal Public Watch, I think, who lives north of me, and then you have a couple of other auditors in the East Bay, but no, I haven't audited with anyone.
Would you consider it in the future?
It's a good question. I don't know if I would or not, because and the reason why is because I guess I need to. I want to. I actually would do it, but it would be like super fucking hard for me because I have a lot of big thoughts and I want to try to help everyone, and so like I would be like trying to force my habeas corpus on the person and be like, you know what I'm saying, like, of course I would be definitely, I'm just kidding about the forcing part. I'm not forcing anything on anyone with regard to that. If they choose to use it, then it's up to them. They chose it. But the whole thing about it is, yeah, it's it's interesting. I think that going out and tag teaming auditing is beneficial. Although I don't think it's necessary. I can't say whether I would or would not mind doing it because I don't want to make that determination. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I think I can see both sides of the coin. I can see how it could be good and bad. So, but I'm just like not willing to just be like, yes, it's great, like, and be so polarized.
Well, there are inherent problems when you're going out with a group of people. And unfortunately, I found out the hard way years ago. Well, maybe 2 years ago now when I did Morro Bay with an all-star studded cast.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell you, if we'd all gotten hooked up, that would have been a shitty day for all. Believe me.
Right. Well, I just got a car rolling up on me, so I'm just gonna walk around it, guys.
All right.
I don't like it sitting here right next to me like that.
Yeah, I understand that. I wouldn't either.
Now, if guys in black masks jump out and grab you, make sure you film it because we need good content.
I'll be filming it. It won't go down. Hopefully, I got my screen off and you guys can still see it, so we're
Right.
good.
Yep.
But seriously, all joking aside, when I was the OG Blind Justice, I wasn't a real good auditor. I didn't understand what I understand today. And when I went to the OTA Mesa board and I got beat up, everyone wants to call me names. Oh, you're this, you're that. Couldn't even be a good auditor. You quit. But in my case, for my situation, quitting was the best thing that ever happened to me. And I can tell you why. Because it doesn't put me in danger of getting arrested, having false charges put on me, and dragging me into court. I mean, that's the bottom line. Activism is great, but I have kind of a problem with certain activists. Like, I have a problem with guys that have a background for child molesting and raping, saying that they're in the First Amendment movement against cops. Because, well, for me, the only reason you got into this movement is because you got caught doing your ill stuff.
Is that what you believe?
That's exactly what I believe. Not all.
Well, I guess you're justified in your position. I mean, everybody has a premise that they come from. I mean, are you asking me by mentioning that? Are you asking me to address the issue of
no.
whether I think pedophilia is it? What's that? What?
I'm just telling you where I'm coming from. If you want to address it, you can address it. But personally, I don't like people like that associating themselves with what you guys are out there doing. Because one, it sends the wrong message to law enforcement. Law enforcement is already critical of auditors in the first place. And then when you go out and do a First Amendment, Second Amendment, whatever audit, if you have those type of people in your group, then it makes the cops believe that, oh, you're just a bunch of child molesting, raping scumbags. And that's why you hate the police. I don't hate anyone.
I hear what you're saying. But listen, just because I unsubscribed from someone that is known to be a convicted, sex offender, and I unsubbed, just because I unsubbed doesn't mean that I don't think the person could have good intentions at some point, right? But I will not support a person that is as credible as that. It's absolutely ridiculous. So hopefully that got through.
Yeah, no, I completely understand, and I feel the pain of a lot of people like yourself who are legitimate. You're not after a quick payday. You're not waiting to bait the cops and the public or somebody in public so you can get beat up on and then have a frivolous lawsuit. That also sends a wrong message. Now, again, I'm not an auditor, and there's a lot of people out there that say, fuck you, you're the salty rant, you talk shit about everybody. No, I speak truth and perspective from what I see from my eyes. And I tell people stories about when I was an auditor and the things that I did and I wish I hadn't done, but they're forever sealed in the annals of YouTube fame and fortune as far as being on tape, being in their master server. It'll never go away. When I was in Morro Bay and I flipped off the cops and gave them the bird and told guys that were harassing the group at Morro Bay to go fuck their dead mothers in the ass, I can't take that back. It's there for everybody to see.
There he is. He is back good.
Yeah, man. I don't understand why it keeps cutting out like that. I'm sorry about that.
It's all right.
Hey, how do you like I thought I'd show you a little bit of my face for a while. I hope you guys don't mind. Look at this beard. I'm uneasy with it.
Really? Why?
I don't know. It's kind of bushy.
Mine is too, man. Come on.
You can either go and have it layered down with a shaver, make it nice and clean and tight to the face and dye it. If you want to, get some of the younger women, or just dye it all gray, man. Who cares?
Actually, you know what? No, the thing about it is, I'm trying to get over having the habit. I have the habit of shaving it for my entire like life, and then also cutting my hair too. Like, I'm like cutting my hair and shaving my face like habitually. Like okay, like just breaking that habit is hard. So
I know
for
what you
me,
mean, man.
yeah. Go
I
ahead.
know what you mean. I'm always shaving my balls, man. When they start growing back, and start getting me and out in public, scratching.
Oh, that's
like
not
a
my
dog.
business. That's not
I'm
my
just saying.
business,
I mean,
yo. That's a different. That's it. You know what? Honestly, if you have to shave your balls, I probably do too, and I have shaved them, and I use good clippers when I do. So
I keep trying to get my wife to get a Brazilian wax so she can lay
nice,
next
good
to me and
ones.
we can watch each other get waxed.
You
But
want me to come lay next to you?
no, not you, my wife.
Oh, this
No,
guy.
you.
Who is this guy? Can you believe it? This guy wants me to lay next to him. What?
No, he was talking about his wife. That's why I was started cracking up laughing.
I know you're laughing. I'm just playing. I'm keeping going. But
He
I mean, if
measured
I could have a
himself.
beard like that, shit, I'd be really sexy, man. I'd be like
right?
dancing around the
Hey,
house.
look at how you see how I'm pulling on it,
Yeah.
like this. I mean, don't you wish you could do that? I mean, a lot of people actually have been like saying they're jealous of the fact that I have this like this. I'm just like, why would you be jealous of this? It's completely ugly, you know. Well, it's not
I
ugly
can't grow a
actually.
mustache to
But
save my life, so I usually get a goatee so I look like something from the Amish mafia.
Amish Bob, it's all good. I love the Amish.
I do too. I've met a lot of them in Shipshewana, Indiana, which is one of the biggest communities they got in the United States. Some really kick-ass people, man. Really kick-ass.
Right. That's
The
what I hear.
Mennonites trip me out because the Mennonites can have technology.
Yeah. Yeah, the Mennonites are a branch that branched off of the Amish that decided that they wanted the technology, but they're very strict even on the technology that they get to have. Their car has to be black. It don't have chrome on it. It don't it's got to be a plain Jane car. They're very limited on their technologies with phones and things like that. It's very interesting to learn about. I've learned very small about their beliefs and stuff on that. I've learned a little bit.
All right.
Hey, you know what? Did you know? I heard that they don't have to have pictures on their IDs.
Really, I didn't know that.
Right, they don't have to have pictures. So basically, because it's part of their religion, right? I guess you know what I mean. So Amish, like, and what's interesting about that is it's about rules of communities. You know what I mean? So the rule of that community is to not have pictures. Then so be it, right? It's the Amish, right? They get respected, right?
Yep.
Okay, so why the hell can't you or I sit there and say, hey, this is my rule? You see what I'm saying? From the court or whatever. Like, we're fucking in. How long have the Amish been around? You know what I mean? Like, 100 years? More?
Probably more, a couple 100 years, maybe.
The Amish.
Yeah.
The Amish have been around for quite a long time, longer than a couple 100 years.
I'm pretty sure.
They've been the Amish belief probably been around at least 1,000 or so, maybe even longer. As far as I know, it's at least 1,000. I've never really went into detailed research into looking how far back they originated from.
Yeah. Well, if you ever had to go into witness protection, wink, wink, the Amish would be a great place to hide.
True.
But then you wouldn't be able to come on and do live streams. Auditron, are you frozen?
Yeah, he froze up.
It's funny how things seem to change and stay fluid all at the same time.
Yes,
Got
I
another
agree.
long night in the graveyard. Huh?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. It is.
I'm missing a lot of what's being said in chat. I'll probably have to go back and watch the replay.
Right. Rising Sun's just trying to get my goat right now. It's funny. It's hilarious.
I mean, I'm so disappointed that Rising Sun Media, Constantine, would come to your stream, but not my stream.
Yeah, I know.
mean-
I'm special.
I mean, it hurts my feelings. I mean, it's not like I don't have any dick pics to send her on Discord, but I mean, come on. I mean, let's bygones be bygones. She's changed. She has a support llama to rub and stroke, and she's a better person now, and she's happy and
support llama.
lovely to be around.
A support llama. That's so fucking hilarious. A support llama. I want a support llama.
Hey, it came from her mouth. She says she has a support llama.
I
If
want
she says
one.
she has a support llama, I believe her. Because anything Constantine, I mean RSM, I mean Gatekeeper, Franchette, anything she says, like Langley Lang, must be the truth.
Yep.
She doesn't lie.
Right. Dang, I would hope Ottertron comes back. I love listening to the man. I love he's got a lot of good thoughts. A lot of good things.
I'm learning a lot just sitting here being quiet.
You
When
know,
have I ever sat here and be quiet?
right? You same here. You see me just shut the fuck up. I let him take over the stream, man. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to let Rising Sun on to talk, I'd love to hear her talk.
Oh, I would love to too, but
I
I'm
mean,
sure
when
she
she
won't.
talks dirty, and nasty, I start getting hard. I mean, I'm growing in my pants.
Oh yay, Jim made it home. That's what I heard the door.
I'd really like to hear from Chris, Michigan Mister. I would love for him to come on the panel and address us.
Yeah, he can come on the panel, but he got knocked out of my stream. I banned him.
Oh no, why? He's such a good person to talk to. He never does any wrong.
I know. He does no wrong. I said be respectful, and he couldn't be respectful.
Well, we don't have upstate New York artists to chew on them like we did the other night.
Right.
That was the best comedy I've ever seen on a live stream ever.
Even Rising Sun Media was at least respectful up to the point she said said keep my name out of her mouth or out of my mouth and all, and no threats. I ain't threatened anything. I've done what I said I did, and there ain't no need to say that's a threat. It's a promise. It happened, and I did it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, did your
did what now? All right.
Did that guy come in today?
Which guy? No.
The new guy that was in that one stream we were talking about? That new guy with one sub?
No.
Oh, he didn't come in?
No.
I was hoping he would come in.
All the rest of them did, though.
You're going to get a lot of shit from people that like you, that don't like me.
I don't care. If they don't like you, then and they want to give me shit over it, that's their own damn problem. But so far the people I could say that have been totally respectful and totally and I don't know if they particularly care for you or not. Bandit's always been respectful to me, and News Now Canuck's been respectful to me. Nuck and Fuss has always been respectful to me, and and so I
The
can
only
I have
reason
respect for them.
Bandit would be disrespectful to me is if I get off on a tangent and I call him words that I shouldn't call him.
Yep.
I got a big mouth, so if he's still mad at me, I can understand. But I'm sure I apologized a long time ago. But if I didn't, I'll apologize again. Because you know what? That's what adults do. People run their mouth, they apologize.
Here we go. Here's News Now Canucks reply to everybody.
Well, just the name News Now Canuck. I don't think I like him because he's Canadian.
There you go.
Because the Canadians take Christmas from us every year. They get more time with Santa Claus than we do.
Yeah, I agree.
We only
That
get
ain't
to see him
fair.
one night.
Yeah, that ain't fair. You get Christmas a lot more than we do. News Now Canuck. That ain't fair.
Well, no, I mean they get to hang out at Santa's workshop and help make his fucking shit
Yeah.
for the kids.
I know.
We only get to see him one night of the year, and not very long because he's always on the run. And what the fuck? That's not fair.
And this is what Bandit just had to say, and I agree. That's a pretty cool statement. I agree. And
Agreed about what? What I said?
he said, this is what he said: stay on your side of the fence. I'll stay on mine. I agree with that statement.
Unless, of course, it goes to Kumanina's house, then I'm going to be jealous.
Yes,
Because
I
she
agree.
named her dog after Bandit.
Yep.
If she could name her dog Lou, I mean, come on. I mean, Lou is a great name.
I agree.
But she's probably having guilt issues thinking, oh, I can't name my dog Lou because when I look down and I say Lou and he sees my my roast beef curtains hanging, I'm going to feel guilty like I'm talking to Lou and his wife's going to kill me or something. Kanak, what are you writing? Yeah. Leave it to Canuck.
You cracked me up with that one, bro.
Good old Canucky at it again. Canucky is trying to get some more nookie. Uh-oh. And that's what I'm going to call News Now Canucky. He's always on the phone for nookie.
Oh, wow, Futz. 2, maybe 3 projects tonight. Wow, that's a lot.
I mean, I was surprised that me and Bieber actually had a nice conversation here yesterday. We weren't yelling and screaming at one another.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was actually a very good conversation, very cordial. Got some things hopefully resolved and everything else. I mean, at least he did do what he said he was going to do. He said he did that.
And you know what? I got no issue with him. I mean, I'm not saying we're going to be best buddies we're gonna be swapping tubes of anal grease. No, but we might go to the same place to get our anal grease.
Right. There you
never
know.
Much to the dismay of Michigan Mister and many other people.
Yep.
I'm never gonna change who I am at the core. And for those like you and Tammy and good people that know what I'm about, you're never going to be able to convince everyone. And you know what? I stopped trying a long time ago. People either like me or they hate me. And if you hate me, stay away from me.
Yep.
And when people make blanketed statements, I tried to warn you a month before it happened. 1, you're not psychic. 2, you would have had to have known previously who was planning what or overheard a conversation because nobody has that good a timing to warn someone like myself. It's all bullshit and lies, and I don't believe it.
Oh, no, that's cool. At least he did something. Michigan Mister did something nice. Look at this. I'm going to put it up there to show that he did something nice. That is awesome.
Huh.
I'll give him that. He did something nice.
Well, that's nice, Nuckin. I'm glad. I hope he enjoys it. Anything you make is art.
Yeah,
You know, I
does
wouldn't mind like a
beautiful
zebra
art.
cock cane, or like a zebra wallet made out of zebra cock skin. But you know, my name isn't Reverend Kelly Lee either.
Sure. But Nuckin just does some beautiful art. If you go to her channel and check out the artwork she does, she's a hell of an artist. One hell of an
Bet.
artist. I mean,
I'm still waiting for her to send me pictures of her in her zebra outfit. I won't call my wife. I won't share them with anyone on the internet. They'll go right into the Salty Rant spank bank.
hey, look at who just showed up.
Hi, Hugs.
Look who showed up.
Yeah, early.
No, that's great. I am so happy for you, Nuckin Putz. I am glad that things are doing well for you.
Oh, look who it is.
Yeah.
It's my mistress, Gentee.
Awesome, Bayou Bandit.
Yes, Hugs, Trail Dog. Hugs Nuckins, Hugs Bandit. Hugs Salty, of course.
If I send you some leather dominatrix gear, Jen, would you put it on and model for me?
No, my husband would kill me on that.
Oh, come on. You do it on live
not if you actually maybe use it for him.
Yeah, come under the house, handcuff him. I'll give you the fur line handcuffs, and you guys can have a safe word set up. I got a cat of nine tails I can send you. Some big, long leather boots. Shit, you'll be so decked out in leather, you look like the version of Catwoman.
Damn, I was hoping Ottertron would have come back. Too bad. I guess he's still having problems with that phone and decided to go ahead and stay out. But I want him to know if he's still watching, he is more than welcome to come in my stream at any given time. Ottertron.
Oh, Ottertron, yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to say he's more than welcome to attend your stream, because when you say come on your stream,
that's true.
You know.
Sure, I got
Sorry.
you. Okay.
Play on words.
Yeah. Okay. You're more than welcome to attend my stream.
Yeah, because if you say it's more than welcome to come in your stream or come on your stream, you know, I mean, I'm gonna fucking go after it because I'm dirty minded like that.
You're right.
This is what I sorry, this is how my mind works. I'm in a cemetery all day. Like I came in. I came into the cemetery.
Oh my, you got a white screen? Oh my goodness.
You know, I came to the cemetery tonight, right? And they had a viewing, and it was a beautiful, beautiful older woman, right? I mean, she must have been in her fucking 90s, but she was all decked out, right? Nice dress, they dolled her up and everything. And I seen pictures of her when she was younger, like in her 20s. Holy shit, man. I mean, this is a good looking woman. Had a big family, had like 5 kids, married to the same man. You know, he died before her, obviously, I think like 8 years before. Had all these kids, had all these grandkids, even had great grandkids. I'm like, wow. I seen the daughter of this woman. I'm like, Jesus, look at that. I mean, you know, like all these fucking happy pictures and memories. And they had a big book where everybody could sign it to come in and sign. It was just absolutely beautiful. It almost brought a tear to my eye. I'm like, wow. So they were not sad. I mean, they're sad, but what it was is they were celebrating her life because she lived such a full life. I mean, did so many things, and I'm like, wow. I mean, that's living. That's what life's about.
Yeah.
When I go, I'm probably gonna have a bunch of pictures of cats all up on the walls and shit, and a bottle of fucking Jergens and some wet wipes.
Yep. I do hope that RSM knows that her telling me to keep her name out of my mouth and not threaten her, which I never threatened. I've done exactly what I said I do and did do. And me keeping and her saying to keep her name out of my mouth is not going to deter me from doing that. Now, I do have to admit, she has curbed her attacks on me, and I'll give her that, which is probably for the best for her, being that I did put the IC3 on her ass, and I ain't
yeah, but
admit that. Okay,
oh
I've said
no, but
it openly
I'm
and
sure
freely.
I'm sure other people put IC3s on her, but if she
Right.
would have done the same thing, who did, then she would have gotten an IC3 as well.
Yes, and so I don't have no problem putting her name in my mouth, and I'm not afeared of Little Miss RSM. So
Nah, why would you be?
I'm just wanting
I
to
don't know
let
if
her
you'll
know I
able to.
chose to ignore her while Autotron was on here because I was learning something. I was taking the opportunity to learn from someone that has a lot more smarts in his pinky than than a lot of people have in their whole body. Okay, the man is freaking intelligent beyond means. Sometimes he has trouble communicating because he literally has to dumb down his thinking for us to understand him. Okay.
Now,
And
did Autotron have another name before?
yes, he was Second Son News at one time.
Oh, that's Second Son News. All right, I got
Right.
you now.
Right.
That sounded familiar.
Right. And
Yeah, I remember Second Son News now.
yeah, and so, but I love listening to him talk. I love listening to his thoughts. Uh, even when because a lot of people think I've heard him say, "Well, he's just rambling." Well, listen to his rambles because his rambles are a good learning tool. He's a great person. Y'all should take the time to learn from him. We can argue
Yeah.
we can argue all we want later, but when someone like that's on my channel, I'm going to ignore the hell out of you. Okay.
Well, you know what? He proposed himself. He brought himself to a different light. I didn't know if that was Second Son News or not. And then he changed his name. He's much different than when he made the live stream podcast about allegedly being asked to nail my driveway and saying, I'm not going to do that. That's a criminal thing. No.
Right.
I appreciate him now
Right.
because I actually see where he's coming from.
Mhm.
But before it was all just gobbledygook,
Right. Yeah, and he's changed. He's quit doing that type of stuff. He's really upped his game, and he's actually a very smart individual. So, just
Yeah.
saying.
No, it's good. I'm glad you're just saying because I thoroughly fucking enjoyed listening to him and talking to him.
Yeah.
I had talked to him once prior, but he doesn't even sound like the same person. Like
Right.
360-degree complete turnaround.
That's, I don't know if you can see it, but that's when I was younger.
Damn, you were hot.
It's a good thing we didn't meet up, Jen, because you'd have a hell of a lot more babies right now. Sorry, Dan. I just got to say it, bro.
That's when
No
I was younger.
disrespect. What was that, like 20 years ago? So if that was 20 years ago, I'd be 32. Yeah. We would have been knocking boots, Jen. No biggie.
Trying to see if I can find them.
What's
when
so
I
funny,
had-
Tammy?
Read what damn news now can put up there. You crazy Canuck.
see,
Oh, damn, that was not butter.
But it was good. It tasted good, right, Canuck? It's water soluble, easy to wipe off. If you get some in your mouth, it's not going to poison you. For all we know, he dug a hole in the bucket and set it right on his lap. And
He
he
might
kept
have.
going to grab the popcorn.
Yep, he might have.
He had an accidental discharge.
Bandit said 20 years ago I was still old. You ain't that old, Bandit. God dang it.
He's younger than me.
Drew Singer 2019 is going good right now, bud. Oh, we got a zookeeper in here too. Hey, zookeeper.
I might do a live stream on New
hugs,
Year's Eve.
Truth Seeker hugs.
You
It
might do
depends
it.
on how much shooting. It depends on how much shooting they do in the neighborhood around the cemetery. Usually every year, they be shooting off guns left and right and fireworks galore.
Really? Wow.
Oh my God, dude. You know, about 11:30 at night on New Year's Eve, I got to go hide under the carport where they park all the cemetery vehicles. I just take my car and bury it in the carport next to the limousine and the hearse and the 2 flower vans because they be shooting the fuck out of that neighborhood.
Right. Well, I can tell you now, the last New Year's Eve where I was at, it sounded like World War III started because all the semi-automatic and automatic gunfire that you heard.
Yeah, that's the same thing in San Bernardino where I work now currently. It's fucked. Like all the houses that border the cemetery on 2 sides, 2 different neighborhoods, all the houses are old, like 1940 style houses, and they all have security bars on all the doors and windows.
Right.
That's got to tell you something about where I work. And then it's an older neighborhood. It's got black people, Latin people, and white people. It's a mixture of all. And they love their fucking guns. Holy shit, man.
Yep.
The cops don't even come anywhere near the cemetery on New Year's Eve and 4th of July.
Wow. Wow. But yeah, that's the way it is down there where I was at. In that neighborhood where I was at, and the cops don't come nowhere near that either on the 4th of July or New Year's Eve either. They come the day after and clean up anything that needed to be cleaned up, and that's about it. Jen, Bandit yawning at you.
He is always yawning at me. Always. Always.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Blue Eyes, what's up, bud?
Hey, Blue Eyes. They were keeping Blue Eyes, Nuckins, and Bandit and Ben were all keeping me company on the way home.
Oh, awesome. That was nice of y'all. You're in the mood for some spaghetti. That's a hell of a thing to be in the mood for, but all I can suggest, Blue Eyes, is make some.
I'm going to have sushi on Thursday. Take my wife out to a sushi
You think
restaurant.
that was cute? That was me when I was like 3 to 4 years old.
Why can't we get to the more adult pictures so I can,
Yeah,
make comments?
Because that's the only real good one I got.
Nucky has a question for Jen.
Yes.
Ask Nuckins.
What's up, Nuckins?
I'm glad Nuckins finally came into my live stream. I
She
did
hasn't been
wonder
getting
if I had upset
notifications.
you. I did what I had gotten to the point. I was wondering if I had upset you, Nuckin' Butts, in some way. So I'm glad I hadn't.
I only saw Goofy Mom for a little bit on my live stream, and then she disappeared. I don't know where she went to.
Goofy Mom said she had a phone
I
call.
made a playlist. I need
Never
a
came back.
favor. Okay, what favor do you need, my dear?
SPE. What is SPE, Northern Drill Dog? I'm dumb.
Oh, I'm gonna be sending out my Christmas gifts next week.
Hey, Beaver.
Beaver, hello.
And anybody that wants to be on the panel, here
Oh,
you go.
YouTube unsubbed her to you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you are subbed back, I hope.
Uh-oh. Canuck saying he's upset at you because he had to wipe the screen again.
Why? Because I was talking about sending Christmas presents?
No, it was me. He's upset at me because he had to wipe the screen again because I'm the sexy god of the South to him. But he's the sexy god of the North. He's the sexy god of the North.
Well, you know what?
He's
Now
like the
that
Jon Snow of
you're
Canada.
you're in the East now.
Yeah, I'm in the East now. Yeah. He says I need to share the playlist with people. So
Your watch hours, yeah.
Okay, hang on. Oh.
y'all, anybody wants to come on the panel? The link's up there, guys.
Yeah, the salty rant doesn't bite unless asked to, and I only gingerly bite.
How much
'cause I don't
play
have my
hours are
teeth
you
in.
up? Are you up at?
No, don't worry, Beaver. They're doing it to everybody.
Yeah, they're doing it to everybody. They're even attacking me.
Come on the panel, Beaver. Let's get some of that anal grease going.
You're
They
from
tried
the East, Fruit Seeker?
one person tried using Nuckins against me, so
Yep. And that was the wrong thing to do, and that's why I had the shit stream I did yesterday.
And that's why I said what I had to say earlier in my stream.
Oh, I missed it. Can you repeat it for me?
I simply said there was a message I had to pass to somebody, and it was coming from somebody that needed their stuff, and I was making sure you got the message. So for you to sit there and say, saying that you're that I had plotted against you and another person is a bunch of bullshit.
I'm still waiting for you to teach me how that one thing went.
So
there.
So hopefully he got the point of not trying, trying to, change his mind real quick when trying to pull that shit.
That's why I don't show my face on this panel, because when Tammy says come on the screen,
or on the panel, you might have to wipe right where the salty rant's at. Kermit doesn't
I-
mind. He gets a lot of shit wiped on him anyway.
Kermit was holding his butt open earlier, so it looked like he
Yeah, you
wanted
gotta
to hear.
turn it on. You gotta turn it on. In order for the playlist to run through that you want everybody to watch it, watch your playlist, you have to have it on, Nuckins. And I'll keep mine running tonight. Get your watch hours up.
Grabs a roll of Bounty.
I always keep a roll of Bounty with me because it doesn't take any shit, and it's great when I'm in the bathroom.
He says, I'm running out of tissue, smarten up. LOL, roll of Bounty.
Just to make sure your playlist is on auto. So that way I can sit there and have the playlist going.
Yes, Kermit was. You're right, Leave It to Beaver.
Kermit was showing he had some anal grease.
I did that earlier, Bandit. When somebody was
pounded
in the
Kermit,
stream
Jim?
and make me bored because they couldn't come up with better stuff.
You pounded Kermit, Jen? Is that what
Make
you're
sure
saying?
your auto thing is on. So when people go in, it automatically keeps going to that next video. Pepsi news, our community media news and hugs.
Horrible. No
Pepsi.
Pepsi. Coke. Coke.
Pepsi,
Coke.
right here.
Pepsi.
Pepsi,
Coke.
Pepsi,
Pepsi.
Pepsi,
Coke.
Pepsi.
Coke does the body good.
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
No self-respecting stripper in the East Coast would drink Pepsi.
Well, I ain't a self-respecting stripper, so
Yes, Nuckins.
Yeah, there's no such thing as self-respecting about you, Tammy. You drink Pepsi. Yuck.
yep. I never said I was self-respecting.
Yeah, that was my mistake.
Yep.
Yep, you have to have it. You're welcome, Sissy.
Come on the panel, Beaver.
No,
We
no,
can have-
Zookeeper, the green frog is talking. You ain't that drunk yet.
Come on the panel, Beaver. We can talk about anal grease. I got some anal loop stories for you.
Damn it. Zookeeper, that was funny too, man. And Beaver says, I hear you. Here, Beaver. Here is
Pepsi
the
can
and Duncan Fudge has us all beat. No, y'all. Black drink Kool-Aid, damn it.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Arizona iced tea.
I still have it up in the cabinet, Nuckins. Your Kool-Aid.
I'm gonna go with Arizona iced tea, ginseng and honey.
Big thing of Pepsi. See, I got Pepsi.
It's Pepsi.
If I ever come to your house, I'm not raiding the refrigerator. I'm bringing my own Coke with me, and I'm leaving.
Oh God, beaver grease.
Oh my God! Here we go with the beaver grease.
Okay.
Oh God, beaver grease. All right, you need to turn your YouTube off, man. We
I
got
do,
an echo.
Nuckins. I'll go get it if you want me to. I still have the packets.
There
I'll
you
come
go.
in for a little bit.
There you go.
So a buddy of mine that got a 250 Ninja, I co-signed for him, right? He let his buddy ride it in the rain, and he crashed it, laid it down on the cement, and it was a real scary experience. So we all go back to my house. His knee was gashed out, bleeding.
It's still a Pepsi
And
product.
Yep.
He decided to take the Ninja 250 and turn it into a trike. So he went and got some trailer rims for the trailers, the white rims that come with tires that you would put on a trailer. He got those and he put them on the fucking Ninja and he put an axle through it. Well, when he did all that bullshit, he needed some fucking penetrating grease to bang the axle in to the hub on both the tires. And he put the chain on and everything. So my wife had a big bottle of anal lube. And it was thick, but it was water soluble. So it washed off. So we're taking the anal lube, we're putting it on the axle, and he's banging it with the rubber mallet. And we're doing all this shit. And it was a big fucking bottle, man. It was about as big as my iced tea can, right? Then big 40-ounce cans. And I'm just dipping it on. My wife gets home. What the fuck? I'm like, baby, we need some lubricant. The only thing I could find was your anal lube. It was like a $20 bottle of anal lube that we used on the fucking axle of the motorcycle. And she still hasn't forgiven me to this day. She's still
It was
mad.
probably edible too.
Now, what's up with this, you fucking lying beaver?
She has the video. She has the video of him doing that.
Uh-huh.
Was that edible lube?
Oh,
I don't think it was meant to go in the mouth. But,
Gerbil lube.
yeah, I don't think it was meant to go in the mouth, but god damn it, dude. I got in so much trouble for that shit. Hang on for a minute. I gotta mute my.
All right.
All right, Beaver, you got to enlighten us about you fucking a lion.
About fucking a lion? Oh, at the fallen officers. The reason why it was done is because we were being watched by the police people across the street. And we did it because they got all crazy with us. We were wearing Guy Fawkes masks and we were recording, and we had everybody's attention. So I made a comment that, you know, someone should go up on that line and hump the lion. And News Now Houston was like, don't do that. Don't do that. And Nuckin was just like, Calvin, why don't you do that? And I was just like, I'll do it. I don't care. You know, so I did it. But, you know, whatever.
I want to see that video, Duckins. I need
I
to
think she
see
still
that
has it
video.
up.
Okay.
I got the video too, but I got it in private right now.
That's what she said.
She dared you.
Yeah, I had to do it. It was one of those things. We was in a group of people, you know. So,
It's down, Canuck. Oops, the wrong one. And then it's this one.
Working duck.
Damn it, man.
I feel bad because it was the fallen officers memorial, you know. I feel bad about that part, but as far as being fun and being with a bunch of people, it was fun. You know?
Yep.
Watch it, Canuck. I'll give you a wet willy. Doing DC is making fun of my damn beat. What? Would it kicked him in the ass, Duckins?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
should have kicked him.
Nuckin's got like little tiny feet.
Oh.
I would have kicked him in the ass.
Yeah, we had a good time. I wish a lot of us could meet up, you know, just because we talk across YouTube, and we should be comfortable, enough comfortability enough to know that we're not out to hurt each other, but to have fun, you know. So it'd be cool if we could all meet up, you know, and say hi.
Yeah.
I agree. I'd like to meet. I wouldn't mind meeting you, Beaver. I really wouldn't. I just don't know about going to DC though.
Yeah. That's too close for me. We could always meet up in the middle somewhere. I could always drive to Pennsylvania somewhere.
Yeah, we might have to make that happen one day. That'd be cool. Because
yeah, that'd be really cool.
I've been to DC one time, and I really didn't particularly care for it. And plus, now that I know that it ain't part of the United States and you're in your own country, that's even scarier.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Terrible.
But they're totally okay with people driving high and operating machinery high on marijuana. So
True that. You said that. You showed that.
yeah, it shows it.
Just
Shows it
because-
as under law.
Oh, he yelled at me when I used to say hugs. He used to yell at me. How the hell did you manage that, Nuckins?
There you go. That's what Gerbil said. Anybody that fucks a lion is a friend of mine.
Gerbil lube.
Yeah, that's a hell of a name, Gerbil Lube.
No, I got on Gen T about saying hugs because she says hugs to everybody, and I wanted to be special, and I don't want to be like everybody else that just gets hugs.
That's
No
my
hugs
thing.
for me.
You
I
need
said,
to-
don't hug me, just flick me off. I
No.
said, flicking me off is telling me that you love me.
No,
And so
that-
everybody starts to flick me off.
if you really want to mess with people, Jen, next time instead of saying hugs, say hugs and rubs. That'll fuck with everybody. And then they'll be
So,
saying, you and Beaver are tying me and Dan up and throwing them.
So I got Bayou Bandit flicking me off. I got Sixth Estate flicking me off.
There,
Well, here you
I'll
go,
join
Beaver.
him.
There you go.
There you go.
Now you know. That's all with love.
Thank you. That's all but love. It's all with love.
And
Thank you,
there's-
Bandit. Oh, man.
The little green Muppet's at work, so he's probably doing something at work right now, Gerbil Lube.
Mm.
Damn it, beat it. Smack. Making me yawn.
Yawn, yawn, yawn.
Anyways, I don't know.
You know what, Tammy? You live in this house, I can easily get you.
I'll run.
I don't know what I did to Lanley Lee or Lanley Lang or Michigan Mister today, but
Don't
I was
worry,
in
they've been going
Storm's.
after everybody.
I was in Storm
Mom
Hunter's
told me
room.
you gotta go. How old are you, Gerbil? If you're saying Mom told me you gotta go, how old are you?
Later, Gerbil. I know I put this up. I know I put this stream up on. No one's supposed to be over here. Here on over 18. So, oops. Goodbye.
Tell me, man. Tell me. I'll be in.
That's all right. I think he's just fucking around. I have
You
a
wait,
feeling I
Bandit.
know.
I'll
I
get
have a
you.
feeling I know who Gerbil is. So, but let Beaver finish what he was saying. We both
Yep,
we
sorry.
all jumped in on him. So, what were you saying
It's
now,
all right.
Beaver? About
I'm trying to get some light on my face so that y'all can see me.
Oh, okay.
And while you're explaining this, I'll be lurking. I gotta get something out of the kitchen. I'll be right back.
All right, here we go.
I'm not going to even discuss the passing away tonight, Futz.
Here we go.
That is something that just it's gonna be dropped with me from now on. So
I mean, it may have happened. We just, who knows? But
It's-
anyways, I was in,
a lot of questions. That's all I
I
can
was
say.
I was in Storm Country Girls live thing tonight or this afternoon just to say hi to everybody, and I was immediately called a Lou lover, and I went back on my promises, and I'm a liar, and a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't even know where they came off saying stuff like that. So you back Lou now? And I was like, and I told him straight up, I said, I'm just trying to make friends and peace with everybody. I'm done with the wars. I'm done with the drama. If we can just all get along, I mean, we all have differences of opinion. We don't all have to love each other, even though we're supposed to. We don't have to always hang around each other, but I support everybody's channel and let everybody who they want to be.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to fight with people anymore. It's just it's stupid, But I was told
They were doing
I was
that to get
told that-
underneath your skin and get you upset.
Yeah, I was told that I
I can't
turned my
let
back
nothing
on
go.
Flo. Well, I was told I turned my back on Flow Rider, and I was just like, man, I really like that guy. I'm considered friends with him. I
Well-
would never talk about people behind their back like that. And I stuck up for Flo last night when I was in the stream saying I got nothing bad against him
because you were
he
with
was
us.
helping me
It's because you were with
Yeah.
us. It's a side
because
shooting
of
thing.
because of association, you know.
Well,
And it's
they did
it's
the same
unfair.
thing. They came in here. They did the same thing to News Now Canuck. I even had to ban Michigan Mister because he wouldn't stop, and he started getting disrespectful about it. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't care if y'all want to, if y'all want to discuss like you and Lou did last night. You discussed. You had a good conversation. You were
Yep.
polite to each other. I don't
Yep.
care about it. If you can do that, do it. But if you want to be disrespectful, you're going to get banned or kicked off the panel, whatever.
And that's understandable. It really is.
And if Michigan Mister wanted to come in here, air his grievance with News Now Canuck, and be respectful, I would have never banned him. Okay,
Yeah.
but he wanted to keep being disrespectful, so he got banned. News Now Canuck, I'll never ask him to join any sides. I don't care what side he's on. I understand where he's coming from. It's mine and Flo's business is none of his fucking business, really.
Exactly.
And why should I ask him to get into to choose a side? And I won't ask you to choose no side. I won't ask anybody to choose a side on that. I will, however, let the people know the truth about things.
I didn't get killed.
You know, and yes, I'm a dickhead, and I admit I'm a dickhead, and I probably go overboard with when I get to explain things at times. Because I do call names, I get stupid, and you know me, y'all heard me, and I do get stupid at times. But that's how that's what they're doing. They're just going around attacking people. I wouldn't let it bother you, and just move on. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Just say what you need to say. That's it. Drop it. Let it go. They can continue it. They're the ones exposing themselves, and they're looking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yes, Blue Eyes, you called. She said, "Lordy." I said, "Yes, Blue Eyes, you called." That's what she said.
Yeah, Lordy.
I love that thumbnail.
Blue Eyes knows where I'm coming from. Blue Eyes knows that, she does the same thing. She says what she needs to say, and she drops it, and she moves on.
Exactly, News Now Canuck. I'm the same way. I was totally confused about being jumped tonight by two people. And two people I don't even have much conversation with. They just wanted to tear me down. And I told everybody I came in to say my piece, and I'm jumping out because I don't know, what they're fishing for. I don't know what they're trying to get me to say.
Yeah, all Tammy has to do is go into his YouTube, click on your name, and moderate you.
I'm going there. So,
who's moderating?
I'm moderating Futz.
I thought we had her moderated.
Nope.
Oh, I can understand if I'm on probation. I totally get that.
Well, I took a lot of people off of Bridges. It wasn't just you, so don't feel bad. And it wasn't that I'm being a dickhead to people because some of them were very good friends. It's just took them off.
YouTube glitched out on me. I had to remoderate some people.
Damn it. Where is... I found it earlier. Damn it.
What you do, if you go into YouTube, okay, and your YouTube in your live stream, go to Nuckin's name on the three dots, click it, go down to the bottom, add moderator.
All right, hold on. I'm doing that. That's right. Okay.
Don't worry about it, Nuckins.
All right, there you go. And there you go, Nuckins. There you go.
News Now Canuck, at least you and I didn't bend over like Kermit and just pull the ass cheeks open. You know, you say
You
your
couldn't
piece.
do it like Kermit. You couldn't do it like Kermit.
You say your piece and you just bug out.
Hey, I'm telling you, bro. If you could do what I can do as Kermit,
Oh, you are
You'd
you
be a
are
whole lot
you are
better.
blue eyes. You are blue on my channel.
but you can't do it. With all the anal grease in the world, you still can't do what I do.
No, and I'm not even gonna try to. I mean, you got your own thing.
That's why I'm
No one can
Kermit's.
match up.
That's
Wasn't
why I'm
sure if I
Kermit's
put you
handler.
blue back to blue or not.
Now, if you ever want to paint your hand up like Rosie and do a live stream with me where we're on panel together talking to our hands, I think that would be some fucked up funny shit.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking hilarious.
You could call
Oh
your
my
hand
God.
Pamela Henderson, and I could call my hand Rosie, and we could have a hot dog war on camera. Now,
Oh
think
my
about
God.
Beaver and Salty Rant collab on that. How cool that would be.
The salty beaver.
A salty
Yep.
beaver hot dog war. That's the name of
Rosie
the
and
stream.
Pamela Henderson together again.
That's the name of the stream. A
The
salty,
salty anal grease.
yeah, salty beaver hot dog war. That's the name of the stream.
You guys are just fucking
Will do,
wrong.
Knuckins.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
leave Dan. I'll tell Dan to leave my computer alone.
I'm telling you.
All
I'm really
right.
happy that I can be in this room with all of you right now. I mean, that's amazing. It's been like almost a year since we've all gotten along and been able to talk.
Well, we know what the problem was. And
Yeah,
I'm not
so
going to say
much.
any names.
Well, I can
we're
say
going
it.
to say any names.
Well,
No,
You can say
we're not
it. I
gonna
can't
mention
say
that name, so don't
yeah,
worry about
that's
it. Let's not give the airtime to that guy.
We're done giving
If
air
you-
time to him.
I'll unblock your email so you can send me your sweet nothings to the email.
Oh, you're talking about me?
Yep.
Well, hold on. Y'all can see private chat, right?
Yeah,
Most of us.
they
but-
can't, but we can.
I can.
I just post. I just posted my number, so y'all can text or call me anytime.
Damn it. Get that out. How do I get
No
that
one
out?
else is gonna be able to see it. If anybody else comes in, listen, Tammy. Anybody else comes in, they ain't gonna be able to see it. We're us four will only be able to see
If
it.
they come in to try to get on the panel, they can see it.
No, they
Well,
can't.
that's all right. I mean, yeah, but I'm not worried about it. I mean, if I don't want a phone call, I'd block it.
Okay.
My phone does not pick up on Google numbers. I've got Google numbers blocked and toll-free numbers blocked. So, I mean,
Sasha and I tested it. If
Well, what
the
if I want to
person-
go ahead and call you with a restricted number? Will it answer?
no.
Well,
That-
God
that-
damn it.
Hey, Gerbalube says it should be salty beaver hot dog war with a side of Gerbalube.
Of course, because he wants to get in on the action. He wants to take our thunder.
No,
A
the only
three-way
reason why I
is
think
always
it's gets in private,
A
me,
three-way can always be better than a two-way.
Sasha and I did a little
Depends.
test.
If we're all dudes, I don't think so, because I'm not. I'm the only one pitching. You're catching.
Dude, I'm not catching. I promise you, I'm not catching.
You're getting on your back and you're catching.
No.
That's it.
No, I'm not that guy. You claim that you claim that I am that guy. I am not that guy.
Maybe not now, but you were. And that's the important difference to make. You might have been that guy at one point, but not now.
Maybe.
I have so much fucking respect for you now. God damn it, Beaver.
Yeah, come on,
I
Knuckles.
should send you a
Come
Christmas
on.
card.
Come on,
Damn,
Duncan.
you shed a fucking tear.
I'll tell you who says what in chat.
Come on in,
Might actually
Duncan.
send you a Christmas card.
That's cool. Well, you know my address. You can send me one anytime.
Now, if you get a big black dildo in the mail, that's not for your wife. That's for you.
I'll use it on my wife. That'll be a guarantee.
I'm sure you will, but it's meant to be used on you.
Oh,
It's going to have the name
God.
Beaver inscribed in it. It's going to be the kind that has the balls already hanging and the suction cup where you stick it to the wall and it goes plop.
Oh my God. That
Yeah,
is
yeah,
back
yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
I'd get a camo one, but you'd probably try to mount it on one of your
Chuckins,
fucking
you
guns.
remember what I told you? Show your face to Tammy, and he'll wait till you put it back on your icon, and you can have it on your icon part.
Yep.
You know that part on you guys ever watch Borat where he's got the dildo strapped to the bike and he's riding
Yeah.
it and the dildo's going like this? That's what I want, but not for myself. I want to do that to my wife.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Well, you can
Mm.
always go to
Oh,
the
not
Fallen
good.
Officers Fund. You can always go to the Fallen Officers Memorial again and put a fucking black
No.
dildo on one of those big panthers that you got from behind.
No,
That was the only
no,
thing
no.
I didn't like. I thought it was wholly disrespectful, and I aired my grievances on it. But it's over with.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. It was totally disrespectful. I wish I'd never done it. That's why I'm not posting it on my video thing anymore.
Just like I wish I'd never gone to Morro Bay and told those shoremen to go fuck their dead mothers in the ass. How come when Johnny
What?
5
You did
says
what?
it? How come when Johnny
did
5
what?
tells somebody to go fuck their dead mothers in the ass is funny, but when I do it, it's just downright nasty.
Well,
went to
it's
Morro Bay.
disrespectful.
We went to Morro Bay, and Scott Crabtree got some of the townies to harass us. So we were leaving, and I screamed at the end, "Hey, fuck you! Go fuck your dead mothers in the ass, bitch!" Again, everybody's like,
They
"Well, you
deserved
can't
it,
say that."
though.
I'm like, "I just fucking
What they
said
did to Nancy, what they did to Nathaniel, screw them.
Yeah.
it." You know, I like the fact that I'm so obnoxious sometimes. I like the fact that nobody can control me. My unbridled passion for being the salty rant is the greatest thing in the world.
Well, it is, and I found a way how to piss off the people who hate me even more and more and more. I just found out a way to get under people's skin and just really piss people off.
I have to
So-
say, though, that I was really disappointed in the fact that you got called out tonight for being a traitor.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
I
I,
did see that.
saw that.
I should have screenshot it, but I didn't want to bring any embarrassment to anyone, so I left it alone. Because
I saw it.
Yeah.
I
you
shook my
say,
head,
I like Lou, he's
they haven't
funny.
changed.
You know, but it's like, this is the thing. Now I'm getting blamed for doing something I didn't do. Now I'm going to get blamed for calling, quote unquote,
Did you
An
see they
alleged
put in
widow.
your a fake account of you, Lou?
no,
Yeah,
I didn't
they had
see
a
shit.
fake. They had a fake Lou Stefano account.
Well, see, I don't go by Lou Stefano on the internet. So,
Yeah, I know.
I go by the Salty Rant. The Salty
I mean,
They
the
Rant
had
is
only
the
thing-
my.
Lou Stefano in there.
The
I mean, I
Salty
did
Rant
say I
is
wouldn't
my.
share my. Go ahead.
The Salty Rant is my alter ego fucking redneck twin.
I did tell them that I wouldn't share intimate details with you yet because we're still fresh on the friendship list. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you know,
But
they
you
just
told
want
the
us.
truth.
They want us
They
to
want to
just.
start crap,
stay
and they know how to do it.
Yeah.
Look, this is the thing I'm saying, guys, and I'm gonna be done with this after tonight. I promise.
Did
If
you
not,
see, hey,
Ben's
Beaver,
gonna kick me in the ass.
Beaver, you see what Canuck said? And now he wrong thing. Shit.
Yeah.
Not after I heard what you do.
All I did was dry hump it, but I could have done it anywhere and it would have been funny. But at the Fallen Officers Museum, it was memorial. It was bad taste.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
We
Don't
all do
worry
things
about it.
we
They're just trying to get
regret.
under your skin.
We all do things we regret. It happens.
yeah.
I've done a million things in my lifetime that I wished I wouldn't have done it. I can't say I actually regret it. I can't. I just say I just wish I wouldn't have done it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Took a different approach.
Or took a different approach at doing it. Yeah.
I regret shaving my goatee off because it's taken me 3 months to get it back.
You know what? One of my biggest regrets was the day I shaved my balls one time, and that
Oh,
shit
God.
started growing back. Oh my God, that itching that I went through, I regretted the hell out of that shit.
I don't regret shaving my balls. I shave them all the time now, and it's like fucking tile. It's like teeth.
It's
You know?
Dude,
dude, if
why
you
don't
keep
we
them
all get-
shaved, you're probably all right. But when you shave them and let it grow back, that shit itches like a motherfucker.
Well, mine doesn't itch now because I keep it fully shaved. But here's the problem: in the hot summer of the afternoon, when I'm laying in bed, it's like my penis glues right to my stomach. And I gotta
That's it.
peel it off. It's like fuck, it hurts.
You know, you're supposed to use a Kleenex to wipe that up after you're done doing that. That's why it's
You
getting
are?
stuck. It ain't
Mm.
because you shave it; it's just you ain't wiping up afterwards.
I'll be right back.
Fortune.
I'm waiting for him to
Just
go in the
saying.
panel and tell you shut the fuck up.
And then they're bandit itchy balls. You know, I'm just picking at you, Salty Man. You know that.
Of course, I know.
Mm.
Damn it! I can't get my new phone to work. I can't get the Wi-Fi signal to work at all.
Damn.
I bought a Wi-Fi extender for my house. My house is 100 feet long, and we've got the Wi-Fi all the way farther away. Barely get any signal, so I bought a Wi-Fi extender, and I can't figure out how to hook it up.
Oh, that's hard.
Oh wow.
Too many directions. It came with a booklet of too many directions on how to do this and that, and I'm not computer savvy. I gotta hire someone to come do my extender.
Well, I'm gonna have to probably. Let me see. I'm gonna have to send my boss a text because this shit ain't working right. I'll be well. Let me see.
Who you talking to, Blue Eyes? Me with my itchy balls?
So, true story is I've been battling some kind of disease that's been a flesh-eating disease, kind of like leprosy.
Right.
It started as like a runaway zit, and then it started eating away at my skin. And I've been in and out of the hospital for 2 straight weeks now. Every other day I've been going, and they've been checking on it and doing lab results and stuff like that. It's pretty fucked up. I got pictures of it, man. It's pretty nasty, but I don't know if I want to release those pictures yet. But
You sure it's
no
not
one knows what it
firefight?
is. No one knows what it is yet.
You have my email. If you want, I could tell. You know, if you want to send it, that's up to you.
It's in a horrible spot.
I wish I could get you some stuff that I know would probably work on it, and I don't know how to get you it. It's a Native American. It's a Native American medicine, though.
Willie Peter works great.
What do you mean, Blue Eyes? Do I read people?
Let me see. So I can give you all a preview.
Oh, damn, Bandit.
Can y'all see that?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Audio.
That's
audio.
different. I have no clue on that one.
Yeah, I bet you I got something that fix that. It's just
anyways, here's a better close up. Maybe. But it's
Are you sure you don't got diabetes?
Yeah, no, I've been tested. I'm diabetic free.
Did Salty leave my stream and it's just not caught up yet, or what?
I don't know.
I'm all
Because there's
fucked up
another
here. Let
salty.
me
in the
let
back.
me restart my phone. I'm all.
Yeah, you got two salties trying to come in at the same time.
Mhm.
So it's weird because I had to tell my doctor what created it. But when I went to the gym lately to go work out, I always do this. Like I always dry my nuts. And I ended up getting burned. And that burn is what started it all.
Ooh.
I'm gonna
See,
give.
I'm
gonna
not
give you a phone call,
sure.
Beaver.
they're listed as hand dryers, but I also use them on my balls.
All right.
I'm not sure. I don't know what to tell you there.
I'm gonna call you later, Beaver. And I'm gonna if you don't mind, I want to send you something in the mail that might help you out, and I'll write down instructions on how to use it.
Yeah, I don't mind.
All right.
I got a PO box.
All right. Cool. And I'll send that to you in the mail. All it is a root off of a plant. If you go into my stuff, you'll see what it is. It's called deer. It's called deer potato. And you'll see what if you go in my stuff.
It's called deer penis.
Deer
It's called
potato.
deer penis.
Deer potato, not deer peanut. But that is funny. But yeah, deer potato, and it's a Native American remedy. It might help you out. It might pull that infection out for you and get that shit cleared up for you.
No, I'm
Cool.
not. No, not like the psychic. I do have like The only thing I have wise of psychic wise, if I have any, is I have people come in my dreams.
You have people that come in your dreams.
Yep, like family members or friends.
I came because of one of my dreams one time when I was younger.
That's about it.
I
said psychic.
You used to have wet dreams when you were younger?
Yep, sure did.
Me too.
I'm psychotic. I mean, yeah, psychic. Yeah, there you go. No, I'm messing with you, Blue Eyes. I'm just messing. I'm a little slap happy. It's fucking almost 3:00 here. It should be about almost 3:00 your time too.
Yeah.
Beaver.
Which I'm going to soon go to bed, or otherwise I need to get up the alarm again.
We had our first frosting today. I mean, I'm looking out my door right now after I just took a leak, and the ground is covered in white.
Damn. And you turned it yellow.
It's snowing here.
And you turned it yellow, huh?
Yeah. I love yellow snow.
Together.
Just don't eat it. What the fuck? All right. I'm glad I'm not.
Don't. Thank you.
I'm glad. I am glad I am not epileptic.
No, I gotta watch with my eyes.
Epileptic.
Having surgery in my eyes and there's new lenses.
Yep, it's 2:57 here. We're in Eastern Time, Bandit.
Yeah, it's 2:58 here. Yeah.
Yep, it just turned 2:58. Yep.
Oh, but come on, Canuck.
Yeah, it's 1:57 for Bayou and 1:57 for Canuck.
Do you remember when you first had your first experience waking up with cum all over you?
Yeah, actually, I do. I was 10 years old. Believe it or not, I was 10 years old.
Yeah, I remember calling my best friend saying, I think I'm dying. I woke up with all this white stuff all over me. He came over, checked it out. He's like, oh, dude, that's cum. I was like, what? What the hell is cum? And he told me all about the birds and the bees, man.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're saying you had a brown exclusive bite. So that's healed and nice.
I was lucky. I had parents that explained that shit to me at a fairly young age. About the time they saw me at 9 years old, grabbing my dad's Easy Rider magazines and looking at the women.
Yeah.
Okay. And so they explained that to me at a young age. So when that actually did happen to me when I was 10, I understood what happened. But I could just imagine if I did not know about that, how I would have reacted. You know, I would have probably reacted the same way. I'm like, oh my God, I'm dying. What the hell is this? You know. So yeah, I can just imagine that. Blue Eyes, good night. You have a
Love and hugs, Blue Eyes.
Sweet dreams, girl.
Yeah,
Good night, Blue Eyes.
that's one for me too, because I got to hear the alarm for Dan.
Yep. I'm about to shut it down. I was hoping Salty would get back in here, but I'm about to have to get down. I'm tired.
I got to leave for work in 3 hours.
You need to try to get some rest too, bud.
No, I mean, honestly, I only get 3 hours of sleep every night.
You're a lot like
I'm
Well,
insomniac.
you're gonna get sick.
I wear a BiPAP mask because I'm fat and I have like sleep apnea.
Yep.
So when I put the mask on, it knocks me out completely. And because it's feeding constant oxygen to my brain, I'm allowed to actually function. It gives me enough energy to keep going.
Me, I that's what I'm supposed to have that, and I can't. I freak out because I can't have nothing on my face. I'm looking up. It's like hard for me to keep these on. Well, it was a lot with the abuse with my ex-husband, and when I was little, I had surgery done. They held my arms down when they put the gas mask on my face, so it freaked me out. So since then, I haven't been able to.
Where did Blue go?
All right, Bandit.
Hi, Bandit. Love and hugs.
Going to bleed his lizard.
Yep, gonna bleed his lizard. Going to go take a piss. In other words, that's an old school saying. I remember my grandpa saying that shit.
Yep.
That's an old school saying.
I'm doing the same thing. So good night, love and hugs, and see everybody later on today.
Yep, and same with me, y'all. I'm gonna have to shut it down. I've been streaming. I said I was gonna make this a short stream, and it's been 3.5 hours.
Gen T.
Hugs,
Gen T. Good night. Hugs, Gen T. Good night. So, all right, man. Well, don't give me a call tonight. Give me a call sometime today.
All right.
Let me get to bed because I got a big day today. But, seriously, if you're up, call me anytime. Text. I always say text first because sometimes I'm in the middle of things. But
yeah, I can text you. That's no problem.
I'll call you. I always call people back. I always answer my phone too. So.
All right. So I'll text you and let you know, hey, and we'll go from there. That's no problem. I don't mind doing that.
Cool, man. Cool. I used to have your number long ago, man. And when you went to jail, man, that's when I lost touch with you because they had taken your phone or something.
Yeah. Well, no, I got it back. It's just I changed my number. I even went off of YouTube for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Completely. I said fuck it to YouTube for like 6 months. I had to unplug. I was getting way too over involved, I guess you could say. And so
that's what happens.
That's all it was.
That's what happens to all of us, man. We get, excited, involved about a certain thing, and some of us have addictive personalities. I know I do, to where I'll like be gung ho into something, and instead of being moderate.
Mm-hmm.
So, All right, man. Well, y'all take care. Thanks for inviting me on the show.
Yeah, no
And,
problem. You're welcome.
Tammy, thank you very much. You're still the people's nipple.
Yep, I show it every now and again still. Hell, I did a whole live stream the other night with my shirt off. So, alrighty, got that. All right, guys, I'm going to talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great night and sleep good and have sweet dreams, guys. Talk to y'all later.